Hello and welcome back to Water. My name is Beast, and I'm back with more Clockwork Ley-Line, Daybreak of Remnants, Shadow. That's still a weird fucking name. I'm immediately fucking apologize to you right out the fucking gate, as I probably most likely should, since while during this recording I'll still be eating cheese because I didn't have dinner. I wasn't finished with it by the time I should have been. I've delayed it quite a bit. Now it's like 10:15 p.m. I fucked up big time and all that. Good shit. Now let's just get into it. Act school. We're walking down the hallway, heading for the bureau as usual.
やっぱ忘れてきちゃったな。
ん？
ごめん。ちょっと教室に忘れ物したみたい。ミッチー先に分室行ってて。
Oh, sure thing. Evening home, or do I go down to the library in the basement? What was that? Loud noise comes from out of nowhere. I immediately hide behind a bookshelf.
先に帰る。
ああ。
What's going on? Seemed angrier than usual. Not to mention she left by herself. Seen them arguing several times already, but seems a bit different this time. In spite of everything, those two are an inseparable pair. That's normal for a butler anyway. Are they operating independently now? Louis keeps reading his book as if he couldn't care less that his mistress has left. Could just be that this is one of their off days, but still. The girl does have a reckless side to her. I'm hoping that she doesn't get caught up in any trouble. That at a size, I survey the room. I prepared for having a guest, or friend rather, over aren't going as planned. Louis was always the one to have sweets and tea ready.
部屋を美しくすることは頑張ったもの。はい、葵ね。さあ、入ってちょうだい。うわー、東寮って初めて来ました。お邪魔します。よいしょ。ピーちゃん、今開けるね。
Upon entering my room, she puts down the heavy-looking suitcase she was carrying. Peach-chan leaps out from it the instant it opens up. She opens it.
狭かったでしょう。大丈夫？うん、大丈夫だよ。これが葵が見つけたトランクね。ちょっと調べてみてもいいかしら。はい。この間言っていた手紙みたいなものも中に入ってます。これは錬金術の道具だわ。
There are several glass containers crammed inside. They're not anything particularly special. Those familiar with alchemy would be able to obtain them easily. It's inside quite a large envelope. I opened it and found a parchment with writing in an ancient script and detailed sketches. Their instructions on how to create a homunculus. All the texts I've read up until now were mainly compilations of what alchemists of the past have said.
これは違う。これはあくまでも実践のためのもの。そしてこの道具自体にも何かがある。そうじゃなければ説明がつかないわ。ピーちゃん!
Looking up, I see Aoi has gone pale. Peach-chan is lying on the floor, apparently exhausted.
なんか変だな。疲れが。
Peach-chan
が。
is
疲れが。
lying on the floor, apparently exhausted.
疲れが。 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 はダメ。ここに運びましょう。
Oh, he places P on top of a sofa cushion. She seems faint and her breathing is shallow. Her body temperature also feels lower than
もしかして
usual.
ピーちゃんは不完全なホムンクルス？
Something I read in the library comes to mind. Incomplete homunculi are unable to store mana in their own bodies, so they need to be supplied with mana regularly or they will die.
どうしよう。どうしたらいいの？ピーちゃん。待って、葵。この手紙を詳しく読んでみましょう。
The instructions here for creating a homunculus are very detailed. There must be something about how to take care of an incomplete homunculus.
読めるんですか？すごい。この文字のことは少し勉強したことがあるの。
Howie, being unable to read this, would have never have known. As expected, the treatment method is written here. The suitcase exists solely for creating
葵、
homunculi.
ピーちゃんは魔力がないと弱ってしまうのよ。そんな魔力って一体どうすればいいのかな。その方法がここに書いてあるのよ。血を蒸留してホムンクルス用の魔力に変換するみたいね。血を蒸留？トランクの中の。そう、これを使うんだわ。痛いかな。あなただけじゃないわ、葵。私も手伝いましょう。
I know how distillation works, and that would be where it comes out, meaning all the red liquid in there needs to be blood. That's a lot of blood. Unless that is like a teacup size for P, which would make that like... It seems to fit in her hand, so maybe like a small doll thing. And at that point it would be like maybe like enough blood to be like this part of the finger, maybe.
そんないいの？ええ。さあ、やってみましょう。
Making a small incision on my finger, I'd put a drop of my blood into the receptacle. The blood shines and transforms into something else entirely within the container.
これにはどれほどの魔術がかけられているのかしら。すごいすごい。綺麗。さあ、これをピーちゃんに。はい。ピーちゃん、飲んでみて。
Pichon gulps down the liquid that was distilled from my blood. It's clear as day that with each mouthful she regains some of her vitality.
おいしい。ピーちゃん、もう心配しちゃったよ。
I reached a point where I pressed down on the fucking packaging instead of just reaching my hand inside. It's annoying.
よかった。
Pichon dances around in order to relieve Aoi of her worries. It's as if the image of her lying on the ground listlessly was all in my head.
アーデルハイトさん、もしかしてさっきの魔力が切れたらまたピーちゃん元気じゃなくなってしまうの？
Wait, how the fuck did you follow the instructions on the letter if it's in a different language? Actually.
おそらくその通りね。でもこの道具があれば魔力を簡単に作ることができるから。そんなに難しくなくてよかった。私でも覚えられそう。葵、一つだけ約束して。 これを使うときは必ず教えて。私も手伝うわ。
ええ。ありがとう、アーデルハイトさん。ピーちゃんのためにこんなにしてくれてありがと
う。いいのよ。
She's already exhausted, seems. Away and Peach-chan then talk happily about everything that happened until now. They were ordinary, everyday things, but I couldn't help but have a smile on my face. I would have thought that chatting about trivial things could make the time pass so quickly.
またアーデルハイトさんのお部屋に遊びに来てもいい？ピーも来ていい？
ええ、もちろん。いつでもいらして。
A curfew forces them to return to their dorms. As with when they arrived, Peach-chan is placed inside the suitcase before they leave. I watch Joy from behind as she carries the suitcase with her until she disappears into the distance. Should be nothing wrong with this. I have to find some way to quell the slight unease within my chest. A few days later.
美味しそうだよね。村雲さんがお取り寄せしたんだって。
On the table are some small and delicately arranged sweets. They're colored pink and light green, and they look sickeningly sweet.
後でお礼を言っておかないといけませんね。
うんうん。牛尾さん、これってマカロンって言うんだよね。すごいな。こんなお菓子もあるんだ。
Bet you had some in the CG from last part. Don't you fucking lie to me. I'll strike you down.
へえ、なかなか評判の店のものですよ。これは。
She seems very happy about that. The past little while has been the epitome of peace here at the Bureau. But if there's anything to be on the lookout for, you have to be the falling out between that girl and her butler. Though it seems I'm not the only one who's. Though it seems I'm the only one who's noticed, I think. You're right there.
ああ、いい匂いだ。
村雲さんが届けてくれたハーブティーです。マカロンの甘さと合うそうですよ。
Seems sure is thoughtful.
おい、俺先輩だぞ。なんで普通にお茶組なんだよ。
Shut up, Baron boy. It's a fake. Get used to it already.
なんだと？てめえの分はなしだからな、クソ子が。
I'm back at you.
待て待て、それは俺の分だ。
もう少し静かにこの味を楽しむことはできないのですか？
That was a really sensual way of eating that. Jesus. So I knew Muko was already wolfing down macarons. She really does have a huge sweet tooth.
なんかすごくのんびりしちゃうよね。いいのかな？
なんだよ、騒ぎが好きなのか、カラスマは。
違います。のんびりの方がいいんですけどね。
Most of the laugh with mixed feelings. Same thing has crossed my mind too. It's great that there's nothing happening, but we're all still gathered together here. Can't help but think about it.
そういえば。
Huh? Having finished the macarons at some point in time, Muko turns to
ルイ
face
さ
me.
んは相変わらず何か調べているようですね。
Yeah, but he hasn't done anything conspicuous, and I don't know what the girl's up to. Pretty bad she knows the same thing. But to do or acting
この
differently.
まま何事もなければいいのですが。
I have no idea what she's really thinking, which is right. Much prefer having this peaceful time continue on. Probably won't happen. It's gonna be a case of fucking Adelheid is gonna be exhausting herself to the point of collapsing because she knows that even like supplying P with mana once is probably gonna cause Aoi to fucking knock herself out. The rest of the Bureau members and I welcome the end of another peaceful day of classes. As I pass through the library to reach the Bureau office.
先に帰ります。返事はないの？
Yeah.
Come on now, things are still like this between them. Louis is again engrossed with reading, paying no heed to the person who is supposed to be his mistress. Said mistress turns her back to him and leaves. That's weird, I swear footsteps sounded a bit shaky. I'm just imagining things. Louis remains unconcerned. His eyes haven't so much as left the page he's reading. I sure hope it's nothing serious, but I can't say I'm not worried. There's no need to rush to the bureau. Guess I'll turn back and check up on her. Hey! Intuition was correct! I find her hunched down by the entrance of the library, her face pale. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. Also, that was a weird sound effect for quick save. Are you alright? What's wrong? Do you have a fever? Should I let Louis, your butler, know?
大したことありません。大げさにしなくて結構です。
Despite her saying that, it hurts even watching her try to stand up. Guess I have no choice here. Can't just leave her like this. She looks confused as I crouch down and turn my back to her.
一体何のつもり？
I'll carry you. There's no way you can climb the stairs like that, right?
そんなのいい。一人で平気だから。
You sure don't seem fine to me. You told me not to tell your butler, so what choice do I have?
すぐに元に戻るのに。
Oh, by the way, for people questioning this, last night I woke up at like 5. By which I mean I went to bed at like 4. Then I got hungry, so I came downstairs and wanted to cut some bread, but I didn't want to use the bread machine because that's too loud and I didn't want to wake anyone up. So I used a knife instead. And it's like we have this really sharp, serrated bread knife that's supposed to be really good on bread, but it just wouldn't fucking cut for some fucking reason. So I just held it kind of weirdly and it slipped and just nicely in there. Bled a lot. I had to eat the whole fucking bread afterwards because there was blood all over the bread. Can't exactly leave that like that. Anyways. Stop putting up a front when you're not feeling well. I'll take you to the infirmary. Now shut up and get some rest. Hmm?
どうされたんですか?
Muko arrives at the stairwell, about to head down. She's heading to the bureau office later than usual today. Found her curled up on the ground. She doesn't seem to be doing so well, so I'm taking her to the infirmary. Oh, and she wants me to keep it a secret from the butler, so yeah, I'll be right back. With a sigh, Muko walks past me to the basement.
手錠の時はあんなに適当に担いだくせに、ずいぶん丁寧なんですね。
Huh?
何でもありません。
She's kind of mad about that, huh? Also, he was rather gentle considering that there's still a bit of panic in there, you know? Like, of course, he's like fucking panic because of the situation. What's that? Is she mad? Reaching the infirmary, I lower the girl from her back, and she shakily sits on top of a bed. Still seems out of it as the nurse checks up on her.
じゃあ少し上を向いてみて。はい、もういいわよ。やっぱり貧血のようね。それほどひどくはないけれど、少しここで休んでいった方がいいわ。
いいえ、大丈夫です。部屋に帰ります。
今すぐに？まだフラフラしているでしょ
う。でも。
Her stubborn response troubles the nurse. Looks like she's dead set on getting back to her room. Don't be a pussy. Want me to take you there? Better finish what I started. I'll carry you like when I brought you here.
そうしてもらえるなら安心だわ。
Give me a minute. I'm gonna let the others know. She nods, her face still pale. Promptly borrowed the infirmary's telephone to dial the bureau's number.
Hi.
Muko, it's me. Nothing's happened over on your end, right?
問題ありません。保健室で何かありましたか?
Nothing related to the bureau, but our guest isn't doing so great. It'd be dangerous leaving her by herself, so I'm gonna take her back to the dorms.
そうですか。こちらは特に何も起きていません。ご自由にどうぞ。
Just want to let you know that I'll be there as soon as I...
随分優しいんですね。
Did you get up on the wrong side of the bed this morning? Hello? She hung up! I was like this before too. What's up with her today? Seems to be in an especially bad mood. Turning around to see the girl getting up from the bed. She's trying to leave, but she's still staggering. Hold on. What did I say about taking you there?
でも、そんなことまでしていただくわけには。
It's fine, the bureau does all sorts of odd jobs anyway, so don't sweat it. Doesn't speak a word the entire time she's on my back. Perhaps she's still feeling under the weather, or maybe she has something on her mind. Somewhat worrying, since my impression of her is that she usually talks a lot. You sleep?
いえ、起きています。
Oh, that's the last bit of cheese cut up. Oh, you were so quiet, I thought you dozed off. He's definitely not a usual self. Did you get into a fight with your butler or something? I bet you were the target of more insults.
別にひどいこと言われるのはいつものことだから。
Even without seeing her face, I can tell she's dejected. Muka said something about that actually.
ルイさんのあの態度はわざとだと思いますよ。ああいう態度を取ることで、アーデルハイトさんのこちらへの意識を好感の持てる方向へ誘導していると思うのです。と同時に、私たちの協力も自然と取り付けられるようにしているんでしょう。なかなかの策士ですね。
Well, keep in mind that it is merely a speculation. Muko is a really smart girl, so her hunches tend to be spot on.
そんなことない。ルイは口が悪いんです。
You could say that again. But if your butler really hated you, would you two still be talking with each other?
趣味なんです。きっと。私のこといろいろ言うのが。
Smart people like that wouldn't waste time on those they hate.
でも。
Wait. Like I'm reprimanding her right now. Let's change the topic a bit. Are you always served by Louis? I'm not exactly sure what a butler's like.
ええ、ずっと。それが決まりだから。
Tradition.
我がバインベルガー家の掟。執事は分家の出身で代々本家に仕えるの。ずっと何百年もそう。
That means you and Louis are related.
そうよ。こちらの言葉で言うといとこです。生まれてすぐに主と執事としての組み合わせが決められるわ。だから小さい頃からずっと一緒。
Seems to have regained some of her vigor and talked endlessly about her childhood days. While those two were master and servant, they were raised almost like they were siblings. Throughout the conversation, I could definitely feel just how much time they've spent together.
でもこれは私が思っているだけ。本当のことはわからないの。
What do you mean?
本家とか分家とかずっと続いている掟とか、ルイはそれに縛られているだけなのかもしれないわ。
Put strength into her hands that are holding onto my shoulders. I can clearly feel her slender fingers. I'm not smart like Muko, so there's nothing more than a gut feeling. I adjust my hold on her as her body shifted a bit while I was walking. But I don't think that's the case.
そうだといいけど。
ん？
何でもありません。
As soon as she says that, she buries her face into my back and doesn't say another word. It's fine. Starts getting fidgety the moment we reach her room. Her swaying left and right makes me almost lose my balance.
葵、来るかしら。
I stop that, it's dangerous.
早く下ろしてちょうだい。
Whoa, hold on! That! Ow. Why'd you suddenly go wild? You made me fall. The tip of her nose is practically touching my face. I quickly turned over to try and protect her, but this is... well... It sure is. That's probably an HC and CG if you're secretly. It makes it look like I'm pinning her down. Her face flushes instantly. Reason being that... not only is she lying on her back, her voluptuous breasts are pressed against me. I'll get up. What? She brushes me off with all her might and rolls herself in her sheets in a corner of the bed. Hey, wait, what? That was an accident! Aren't you overreacting? He's acting like a small animal, trembling in fear and screaming non-stop. This is, she was that scared. Of course she's depressed.
セーブメニューです。セーブします。セーブしました。
I'm not going to do anything! To you. Nothing's getting through to her. After all, I'm a big guy and she's a small girl. I'm really sorry for scaring you! Make sure you get some rest to push yourself! I sorted out my thoughts yesterday. Relax, Adelheid. You've practiced this several times already. You have this perfectly memorized. Have some confidence in yourself.
おはようミッチー
Morning. He's here, he's here. Don't panic. Already gone through a simulation of where he shows up at this time.
あれあそこにいるのアーデルハイトさんだよねなんだかすごくこっち
Omari, go on ahead.
いきなりそ
Hi. Morning.
の
It always feels weird when when his sprite suddenly pops up like like I don't think I'm supposed to be able to see myself. Are you still mad? I'm really sorry about what happened yesterday. Koga lowers his head as he says that. Does he mistakenly think I'm still angry?
違う
I'm the one who wants to apologize here. Wrong. How about I treat you to lunch then?
違う
What should I do to make it up to you?
もういいです
Sorry.
違うこんなことが言いたいわけじゃないのに
I don't care about yesterday anymore. I was the one in the wrong anyway. First thing out of my mouth should have been words of appreciation, apology.
全部ちゃんと考えたのに言え
Really, let me know how I can apologize for what I did.
私の名前はアーデルハイトです
Huh?
お嬢様ってそれは名前じゃないからそれにルイのことは名前で呼んでるのに私だけどうして
Well, to be honest, Adelheid is a bit of a mouthful.
では短く呼べばいいでしょう
So, Achan?
アーデルハイトの短縮形はハイジです
Heidi! For some reason he looks surprised, but then he suddenly starts laughing. He keeps laughing hard enough to lose his breath.
何がそんなにおかしいの
It's just Heidi. Heidi sounds like a diminutive name from the Alps. Fun fact. Good old Miyazaki of Ghibli fame did actually animate a Heidi show. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. That's what you just called Heidi. Yeah, Hayao Miyazaki was scene design, layout, and screenplay. You've probably seen it at least. Heidi Girl of the Alps is what it's called, I think, in English. Yeah, Heidi Girl of the Alps. But yeah, it's still so fucking... It is so mad funny to me that there's a fucking Heidi anime. Like, who the fuck thinks of that? No one thinks of that. That's the answer. Where the fuck is there got that? No. Why? I just look over at fucking. I just go back to social media earlier and I see that someone suddenly posted like a fucking score bunny with. Not score bunny, what's the final evolution of score bunny with tits? And I say no to that. Put a big no even. Actually, hold on. I need to. The cheese is hitting me hard. I need to go go to the toilet real quick. I've returned.
アルプス？意味がわかりません。
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know, huh? Is the name Heidi so weird? I'll have to look into it. I can't let my mind wander. But I have to go to class now. See ya, Heidi. I'll make sure to treat you to lunch sometime, so forgive me.
ちょっとどうしよう。違うのに早まらなきゃいけないのに。どうしたの？大きなあくびしちゃって。
なんだか最近寝ても寝ても疲れが取れない感じなの。なんだろう。
ちょっと大丈夫？
葵、なんだかふらついてない？ねえ、保健室行った方がいいよ。そうかな。確かになんだかフラフラする。でも帰らないとピーちゃんが。
ダメだよ、倒れちゃう。
葵、やだ、先生に言って運ばないと。ピーちゃん、すぐ戻るからね。
ねえミッチ、いいの？
With what?
アーデルハイトさんついてきてるよ。
Yeah, speaking of which, short form for a name is Heidi. Don't you think long names are just huge pain?
そうなんだ。ハイジさん、ちょっと可愛いね。ってそうじゃなくて。
He forces a laugh as he points to a corner of the hallway. Hiding there is Heidi, or at least she's supposed to be hiding. She's been following me around all morning like this. I don't know what's going on either. Do you want to talk to me about something?
かなあ。ハイジさんと何かあった？
Nothing in particular? Well, I guess there was that, but that wasn't something I did on purpose. On the other side of the hallway, there's some commotion coming from the class beside
どうしたん
ours.
だろ
Something happened. With impeccable timing, Yoshida and Kurodani exit the classroom. Hey, it's pretty noisy over there. Did something happen?
なんかね、隣のクラスの子が気分悪くなったみたいでさ。確か諏訪さんって子だよ。急にふらーって倒れちゃったんだってね。
I have a bad feeling about this. Umaru's looking straight at me. I'm sure he feels the
う。
same
事
way.
件かな。
It could be a regular case of anemia. We should get Tsubaki to take a look at, to be on the safe side. I'm gonna grab Tsubaki.
あ、ハイジさん。
Heidi suddenly dashes out from her hiding spot, almost as if she was never trying to tell me in the first place.
どうしたんだろうね。
I'm gonna go take a look.
うん。
I wonder why she's so panicked. Yoshida said the girl who collapsed was called Suwa, right? She's the one that Heidi called Aoi. For now, I'll just watch from a distance.
アーデル トさん。
倒れたって聞いたわ。真っ青じゃないの。
ちょっとね。でも大丈夫です。
あなた一人で血液の蒸留をしたんでしょ。だから貧血になって倒れたのね。どうして今日の放課後まで待てなかったの？必ず二人でするって約束でしょ。
だってピーちゃんがね、苦しそうにしてたから。
だんだん弱まる感覚が狭くなってきているのね。
Heidi isn't only concerned about her friend's well-being. Looks like there's more to it. Guess Senpai do nothing.
子が
Yeah, I was curious. You were anemic and staggering around the other day, and now it's this good. Is there something going on?
それは
確かあなたは隣のクラスの古賀くん？
Suwa, still pale-faced, tries to sit up in the bed. Extend my hand to try and stop her, and she continues talking while on the verge of tears.
古賀くんって徳佐の人ですよね。青いピーちゃんを助けてください。
Pichun seems to be confused. Hey, care to explain?
もうごまかせそうにありませんね。
What in the world? Heidi makes a serious expression and turns to face
先
me.
日のご恩もあるし、わかりました。子があなたになら話してもいい。
Telling me of what? Is there something you're keeping secret between the two of you?
ええ。子がお願いがあります。葵を寮まで返していただけませんか？
You okay with that? Suwa nods, teary-eyed. There's no chance of her being able to walk, so I'll have to carry her on my back like I did with Heidi.
それから話はあなた一人で聞いてほしいのです。
Got it. I'm supposed to be in class. Well, this is more important. This could be something that the Bureau needs to deal with after all. Oh, nice timing. There just happens to be a disciplinary committee member at the end of the hallway. Hey, you there! Would you mind letting Karasuma at the Bureau know that I'm sending the anemic student back to her
わか
dorm?
りました。徳佐の烏丸くん。
Lifting Suo onto my back, I follow after Heidi. Heidi leads me to Sua's room, which is not in the east dormitory that we usually return to, but the west ones. Unlike last time when we came at night, there are no disciplinary committee members standing at the entrance. It's probably because there's no connection to the realm of night during the day. This will be my first time inside. Express my rising curiosity to enter the building.
ピーちゃん平気？辛いところはない？
Hold on a second, I'll let you down. The instant we arrive at her room, Suwa starts searching for Pichon. Hey, now it's dangerous for you to be running.
ピーちゃん、お返事は？
My words go in one ear and out the other.
お休みしてたら少しずつ元気になったの。そう、よかった。
Wait, Suwa, Pichon is... Huh? There's a human-like creature that fits snugly in Suwa's arms. If someone told me that it was a meticulously crafted doll, I would believe them. But it spoke and moved just like a human being.
私から話すわ、葵。
ごめんね。
Suwa sits down on the side of her bed and Heidi stares fixatedly at me.
子が
Fixedly at me.
あなたならきっと私の話を嘘だとは思わないはず。わかるわね。
I got a feeling that's what's coming. There's definitely something extraordinary. There's no doubt about it being a case that the Bureau will have to
で
handle.
はすべて話します。最後までちゃんと聞いてちょうだい。
After a nod, she starts explaining. Peach was created when Sua used some tools that were inside a suitcase she found one day. This living being is actually what is known as a homunculus, and because it's an incomplete one, if it isn't continuously supplied with mana, then it will most likely die. So blood can be used in place of mana. And that's why you weren't feeling well and collapsed.
私大丈夫です。だからピーちゃんを連れて行かないで。葵、急に立ち上がってはいけないわ。
I got it! Although I'm the bureau, I don't have much authority, so relax.
子が、これで全部話したわ。葵の気持ちは今言った通りよ。葵、具合悪いの？ピーここにいるよ。ピーちゃん、心配かけてごめんね。
For now, I can't really talk to Sua while she's like this. Okay, first things first, you need to get some rest.
でも
Heidi, I'll be waiting outside in the hall.
何を
Means you can get her changed. She can't sleep in a uniform, can she?
そうね。もう大丈夫よ。大丈夫かしら。無茶しちゃって。
So her sleeping face still looks a little pale. It's to be expected after doing something as absurd as exchanging blood for mana. Hey Heidi, I'm not trying to separate Sua and Peachum, but it's a fact that this is bad for Sua's health. Based on what you told me, that suitcase is a mist, isn't it? She gives a hesitant nod. Do you mind if I ask Rito about it? Rita won't say anything to the others unless she's asked directly.
わかったわ。
Hello?
はい。その声は古賀みちるね。どうしたの？
Something I wanted to ask you. Let's say that Rita quietly listens to me on the other end of the line. Without giving any names, I give a lengthy explanation about a hypothetical situation. As always, Rita responds with a clear-cut answer.
それはバーグネルケースといって、ホムンクルスを作るためのトランク型のミストだと思うわ。
Suitcase-shaped mist. You need to ask questions. What exactly are homunculi? Is there any compensation? Is there any compensation involved when using this mist? For example, would the creator's health suddenly deteriorate?
完全なホムンクルスなら問題はないはずよ。ただ、未熟な魔力の創造主が生み出した場合は、ホムンクルス自体も未熟だから。もしもそうならば、魔力を注ぎ込まなければ、ホムンクルスは生き続けることができない。創造主が魔力の供給に耐えられなければ、ある意味、代償と言っていい状況は現れると思うわ。
Is that so? What should I ask about? Is it necessary to use blood with the mist?
ミストの力の一つなの。魔力が足りない場合は、トランクの中にある道具を使用することで、
Wow.
不完全なホムンクルスを作ってしまった上で、さらに魔力が足りない場合の救済措置のようなものよ。ワーグネルケースは何もないところからホムンクルスを作るよりははるかに効率的なミストではあるけれど、それでも完全なホムンクルスを作り上げるには大量の魔力を必要とするの。普通の人間ではとても不可能だから。
What else should I ask about? What exactly are homunculi in the first place?
魔術で作られた人間のような生命体。大きさは様々だけれど、一番多いのは人の手に抱けるほどの小さなサイズね。人間との決定的な違いは、自分を生み出した創造主には絶対逆らえないこと。ホムンクルスとは魂を持たない。ある意味、人形のようなものだから。
You need to answer all my questions with ease. Is there anything else I should be aware of about this mist?
そうね。直接ミストとは関係ないことだけれど。
For once, she sounds a bit
ホムン
hesitant.
クルスという存在は主が道具として割り切って使えばとても有用なものだけれど、そうでない場合は主もホムンクルスも得てして不幸になる。そう聞いたわ。
She says, stay silent as I process what you just said. Alright, thanks for your help.
質問は終わり。ではまた。
Heidi, your hunch was more or less spot on. That suitcase is a misuse for creating homunculi.
やっぱりそうなのね。なんてすごい力を持ったものなのかしら。葵みたいな普通の子がホムンクルスを作れるなんて。
Sua and P are sleeping peacefully side by side. From looking at Sua's profile, I could never see her as someone who could treat a homunculus as a mere tool. You just found remarks where weigh heavily deep inside within my chest. Talking hard. Heidi, what do you want to do? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that someone like you knows exactly what a homunculus is.
そうね。古賀の認識に間違いはないわ。
Seems that she's picked up on what I'm hinting at. I want to ask for her opinion on a homunculus that Sua calls Pichon, and if Sua will be happy in the future or
最
not.
初はホムンクルスのことを、そしてあのミストへの興味が先立ってたわ。でもそれだけじゃない。あの二人を見ているうちに本当に力になってあげたいと思うようになったのよ。
She's speaking from the heart. Proud and honest
私
answer.
はできる限り葵たちをこのままでいさせてあげたいと思ってる。
Understand how you feel. That's why I also bear my feelings. But Sua's current condition and your recent anemia, because you've been taking your blood and converting it to mana for the homunculus, right? Can't keep going like this. I'm positive that Sua is going to get seriously hurt.
分かってる。それは分かってます。だからなんとか全てを解決できる方法を探してるんです。私だって魔術を司る家の娘です。誇りにかけてその方法を探すわ。
Stop trying to do everything by yourself. Everyone in the bureau would be happy to help if you explained it.
ダメミストのことだもの。きっとすぐさま封印されてしまうわ。もう少し時間をちょうだい。何もかも解決できる方法を見つけたいの。
It's the first time I've heard her make an earnest appeal. She must really want to protect Sua and P. If not, someone as haughty as her would never do something like this. However,
私は全部話しました。信用しろと言うから。でも君は違って。
あのね、俺も牛尾さんもミッチーのこと大事に思ってるからこそ話してほしいって考えちゃうんだよ。
you know, Heidi, I trust the others a lot and I made up my mind to not keep secrets from them anymore. I really understand how you feel, which is
ごめ
why...
んなさい。
Huh? Perfume, what does this one do?
普段通りの生活に戻って、これまでのことは誰にも秘密にしてください。
お疲れ様。伝言聞いたよ。倒れた子って大丈夫だった？
Oh, I ended up carrying her from the infirmary back to her dorm. Looks like it was a case of anemia.
そっか。よかったよかった。最近貧血って流行ってるのかな？
バーカ、風邪じゃねえんだから流行りも何もないだろうよ。
Sitting down on the sofa, I give everyone a good look. Will I be able to convey it to them while they're all relaxed like this? Just sealing this mess isn't gonna cut it. Yeah, I've got something to tell you guys.
何かあったの？
Taking a deep breath, I organize my thoughts. Okay, you know all these cute creatures known as moss balls.
あ？マリモ？マリモって あの緑色の小さいやつか？
What? Did you know that Daddy Crooch is known as homunculi? That's what I was supposed to say. Really cute. In fact, sometimes they float and sometimes they sing.
それは
What's happening?
かわいい。
They slowly grow rounder in clear water, moss balls. How enigmatic. No, this is wrong. There's a girl in the West Dorms who created a homunculus is what I wanted to
予
say.
想外な趣味だな。
I'm not interested in moss balls at all! Talking shouldn't be this hard. I just think about what I want to say and it comes out of my mouth. But right now, what comes out of my mouth is something completely unrelated. What the hell's going on? Perfume, what does this one do?
普段通り
It's because of that perfume. What should I do then? Let that Tamuka and what Heidi and Sue are doing. I don't know if I can't say it, maybe I can write it out. Come on, pass me that.
あ？なんだよいきなり。
Hurry! Throwing a paper and pen beside Murakumo closer to me, I fervently start writing.
今日もいい天気だった。昼飯うまい？
何突然日記書いてるんだよ。
No, it's not a diary. I wrote about a girl in the West Dorms who produced a homunculus, about how Heidi is involved and that the two of them are sacrificing themselves for it. Now I can't say any of it because of Heidi's perfume, or at least I was supposed to. Yeah, a diary. Diaries are great, aren't they? Look, take a close look.
古賀くん
I can't write out the truth either. This is my last resort then. Draw a picture of a perfume bottle. I'm sure Muka is sharp enough to understand.
あ、わかった。これお昼の英定食だ。今度は絵日記なの？
Yeah, Pictionary is fun! Sure takes me back!
突然何なんだよお前。高度な笑いがシュールすぎるぞ。
What am I trying to say is that fresh cabbages... Ah! No, that's not it at all! The more I move the pen around, the more lifelike the drawing of lunch today becomes. So pictures don't work either, huh? Mysterious perfume that Heidi used on me is in complete control of my body.
一体君は何をしているのですか？
ミッチー大丈夫？さっきからずっとこんな感じでおかしいけど。
I'm trying to show you how amazing Pictionary is!
朝は普通だったんだけどな。
何かヤバいものでも拾って食べたとか。
さっきも一生懸命正しいマリモの育て方とか熱く語ってたし。
Iron moss balls so adorable! No, I couldn't care less about moss balls. What I really want to talk about is the homunculus that Sua brought to life. They're small and cute and easy to
本
raise.
当にマリモの話がしたいんですか？
Of course I do. Let's keep one in the bureau office. As you realized, not only about how I don't want to talk about moss balls, but that I'm like this because of Heidi's perfume. Please notice, Muko. Can't directly tell her, nor can I draw it out on paper. At the very least, please realize that it's all because of Heidi's perfume. I've got it.
セーブメニューです。セーブしますか？セーブしました。
Just hug her. She picks up the scent of the perfume on me. I'm sure she'll get it. I have no choice though. It's a bit forceful. A bit more forceful than I'd like it to be. There!
セーブメニューです。セーブしますか？セーブします。セーブします。セーブします
Save
か？
it 3
セーブ
times.
しました。
That's how important it is.
ミッチー
お前頭おかしいにも程が。
No, there's a perfectly valid reason for this. As much as I want to scream that out, I'm sure I'll be spouting more nonsense if I open my mouth
さっ
again.
きからお前どうしたんだ？しがたにだって嫌がって。あ？しがたに？
あれ？もしかして。
Damn, this is going to cause all sorts of misunderstandings. I'm making myself out to be someone who loves public displays of affection. I'm not, though!
俺たち出てよっか？ねえ、村雲先輩。
その方がいいのか？
誤解です、烏丸くん。ここにいてくださって結構です。
誤解？
この香りは。
Muka takes a couple of whiffs. Awesome! My last stitch resort worked!
古賀くん、もうわかりましたので。
Oh.
香りって？
香水でしょ。ただの香水ではなく特殊な効果のあるものですね。
あ、そういえば。
Omura recounts what happened this afternoon in place of me being unable to say anything. That the unconscious Sua from the neighboring class was taken to the infirmary, and how Heidi was also headed there in a panic, and I followed her there. After listening to Omura's story, Muko folds her arms, deep in thought.
現在この学園で香水を使うのはおそらくあの二人だけ。けれど今その二人は別行動をしている。そして烏丸くんの話からすると、この香水を振った犯人はルイさんではなくハーデルハイトさんでしょう。
Wanna know with all my might, but I'll probably end up making some
君
weird
はその
motion
まま
instead.
ここで待っていてください。烏丸くんたちは彼が出て行こうとしたら死ぬ気で止めてください。
わかったけど、どこ行くの？
She doesn't respond and leaves the bro at a brisk
一
pace.
体何がどうなってんだ？
さあ、ミッチ、動かないでね。
Yeah, I know. Curious about Muko's destination, but as things stand, I don't have full control over my body. It'd be better to leave it to her. Yeah, but it'd also be better to not leave it to her alone. That'd be bad.
聞きたいことがあります。
何かしら？
ここにホムンクルスは魂を持たないとありますが、これはどういう意味ですか？
その通りの意味よ。
ほう。
ホムンクルスはあくまでも創造者に作られた人形であり、その命令には絶対に逆らえない。
では、例えばの話、ホムンクルスを器として自分の魂を移し替えたとしたら、
Is this man trying to fucking solve the immortality formula
そ
here?
れはできないわ。魂を持たないとは、
Oh, yeah.
魂が宿らないという意味でもある。
そうなのか。つまり、自分の体のスペアのようなものは作れないということですね。
ええ、無理ね。魂を移せないもの。自分そっくりの何でも命令を聞く人形が出来上がるだけ。
Louis gonna be the fucking second coming of Cagliostro.
何をしようとしているのですか？
Louis turns to face me with his usual
Yeah,
poker face.
つもりはつもりでしかなかったようですね。
何のことでしょう？
あなたのお嬢様がとんでもないことをしでかしてくれました。
何？
やはりこの人は何も知らない。
His eyebrows twitch. My hunch was spot on. Oddlight and Louis have been at odds these past few days, which means that Oddlight's reckless behavior is nobody's fault other than her
か
own.
いつまんでお話ししましょう。古賀くんが何か妙な香水をかけられてしまいました。そして彼が伝えたいことはおそらくあなたのお嬢様にとって重要なこと。
あの跳ねっ返りは。
He finally stops hiding his feelings and raises
あ
his
なた
voice.
は何も知らされてなかったんですね。
勝手に暴走してるんだ。どこだフラウは。
ひとまずこちらへ。
Louis? I was not expecting a visit from him. He walks directly towards me. As I'm thinking about what he's going to
こ
do,
の香りは。
he takes a couple of quick whiffs and sighs heavily.
この香りは間違いなくフラウにかけられたものですね。
Yeah, hey, you know moss balls
まだ
are.
マリモかよ。
やっぱり何かおかしいよ。
お分かりいただけましたか？
Shaking his head while looking absolutely appalled, he takes out a small bottle from his chest
フラウが
pocket.
使用したのは命令暗示のもののようですね。これで効果を打ち消せます。
Ah! He empties the bottle's contents over my head. It's an extremely volatile
いかが
liquid.
でしょう。もう話せると思うのです。
Heidi's helping out a girl named Sua. I'm back to normal now! Having regained control over my speech, I let everyone know about Heidi and Sua. I try my best to make sure their feelings are understood. I'm not sure if I got through to them, but they listened until the very end without interrupting.
ホムンクルス自体をどうこうするというのはひとまず置いておくとしても、とにかくトランクは回収した方がいいのでは。
うん。 そのピーちゃんが大事なのは分かったけど、やっぱり危ないと思う。
ああ、簡単に魔力の供給なんて考えちゃいけねえ。
Heidi said she was researching how to get mana without having to use blood. Is it difficult? Muko nods. Glancing over at Louis, he looks annoyed, which is a rare sight. Thought that they didn't get along with each other, but he seems worried about his mistress's health.
私の考えは、これ以上彼女たちに血を抜かせてはいけないということです。このままでは命に関わってしまう可能性があります。
Omoru and Murakamo both nod in agreement. Feel
行
some
き
way.
ましょう。
So his room is in the west dorms. I'll lead the
し
way.
かし、ミストであるトランクはアーデルハイトさんの部屋に保管されている場合もあり得ると思います。
そうだな。東寮の客室と西寮、二手に分かれて向かうのはどうだ？
そうだね。どっちにしろ早く行った方がいいよね。
私もご一緒してよろしいでしょうか？
Not at all. We're dealing with your mistress after all. So Louis and Omoru headed for Heidi's room in the east dormitories. The rest of us leave for Sua's room.
許可できません。
It's an emergency. A few minutes is
も
enough.
うすぐ夜が来るので危険なんです。
It'll just be a
ダメ
second.
です。早く戻ってください。
Even though we came all the way to the west dorms, we're denied entry by a stubborn guard. It doesn't look like we're getting in no matter what. We'll have to resort to force at this, right? Muko's not exactly strong, so it'll be me and Murakamo. Hey Murakamo, we're breaking in. Help me out here.
待て待て。西寮の警備はその手の訓練をきちんと受けた風紀員ばかりなんだぜ。
Seriously, we should be fine since there aren't that many of them.
風紀員の組織力なめんな。ここで暴れたらすぐに援軍が来て収拾つかなくなるって。
We do have the option of getting in with the key of Giannis, but that requires asking Sumi. It'll make it that much longer and night's gonna fall any
あ
minute
の
now.
さ、ここは正攻法っていうかさ、入寮権限を持っている聖護院先輩に頼むのが一番じゃないかって思うんだが。
Ask Momo.
確かに、それが最も解決しやすいかと思います。
See Muko and nod, Murakamo turns around and walks up to the guard.
わかった。俺たちは入らない。けど、本当に緊急事態だからさ、委員長にちょっとだけ頼み事しちゃダメか？
聖護院先輩にですか？
Yes, please. Things could get out of hand if we don't.
私からもお願いします。
わかりました。とりあえず連絡してみます。
Luckily for us, Momo was already in the west dormitories. Murakamo asks her to check if Sua's in her room and if there's a suitcase in there. She immediately goes to check upon receiving the message. Are you okay? Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
ちゃんと見てきたよ。諏訪はおとなしく寝てるみたい。
顔色は悪くありませんでしたか？貧血と聞いていましたが。
大丈夫じゃないかな。苦しそうでもなかったもの。そうそう、トランクはね、なかった。
Muko and I exchanged glances upon hearing that. Sue was sleeping in her room, but his suitcase is absent. Could it be that she was put to sleep by one of Heidi's perfumes? Heidi was the one with the... has to be the one with the suitcase then. But why would she? It's all nothing more than conjecture, but my mind is going wild, thinking about all the
お
possibilities.
そらくトランクはアーデルハイトさんが持っています。そして、いえ、今は推理をしている場合ではありませんね。私たちも東寮へ向かいましょう。
Yeah, you're right.
はい。モモに手伝えることはない？なんて言ったって風紀委員長。
お気持ちは分かりましたから、おとなしく休んでいてください。
どうか
あ、ミッチー、後ろさん。
On our way to the east dormitories, we run into Omoru and Louis running in the opposite direction.
あれ、みんななんでここにいるの？
Isn't it obvious? There was nothing in the west dorms.
正確に言うと、諏訪さんは眠っていましたが、トランクとアーデルハイトさんが行方不明です。
おかしいな。 東寮にもハイジさんいないしトランクもなかったんだ。だから俺もルイさんも西寮に向かってた最中なんだよ。
Both Heidi and the suitcase have truly gone missing now. Muko's and my suspicions are correct. Then we have to find them as soon as possible. Looks like we really have to rush now, Muko.
はい。カラスマくん、村雲くん、念のため風紀委員と連携して一度校舎の方を探してもらえますか？
わかった。
よし、じゃあ急ぐぞ。
私たちは
お伺いしたい。フラウは西寮の部屋から確かにトランクを持ち出したのですか？
Yeah, that's the only logical possibility.
どうも。
Turns around and looks to be headed to the east dorms. Could he have an idea where Heidi is? Are you going back to Heidi's
Yeah.
room?
私たちもご一緒してよろしいですね。
He doesn't reply. However, he doesn't flat out refuse us either. Following after Louis, Muko and I head to the east dorms. I don't know what he's doing. When we reach Heidi's room, Louis starts rummaging through her belongings. Of course, the suitcase isn't here. There. Having Sumi used the key of Giannis to help us would probably be faster, but we're dealing with Heidi here. It's possible that she could have used perfume to hide her
ルイさ
location.
ん、何か勝算があるんですね。
Upon hearing Muko's voice, Louis' hands stop moving and he looks
おそ
up.
らく探せます。
それはあなた方の使う特殊な魔術で。
いや、トランクを持っての移動はどうしても目立つ。だとすればフラウは何をするか予想がつきます。
Since he's normally so reticent, this is the most I've ever heard him talk. He takes out a bottle from Heidi's belongings and holds it up, gazing at it scrupulously.
やはりこれは人に気に留められなくなる効果を持つものです。明らかに量が減っている。
ハーデルハイトさんはそれを使い私たちの目をくらましていると。
いや、そうでもない。
He goes quite quiet again, deep in thought. Will this really be okay? We don't have much time left. He's going to do something reckless
ここは
again.
任せてみましょう。
We're running out of time and I'm starting to panic. Muko says it's right. Powerless in the face of their magical
これ
perfumes.
は魔術の形跡をあらわにするものです。
He blows into the container in his hand. Its contents appear to be a fine powder and it quickly spreads throughout the room. So these are the traces. Dots appear on the carpet outlining what is probably the path that Heidi took, meaning that we can follow this trail to find Heidi.
アーデルハイト。
時間はありませんね。カラサマくんたちにも知らせて一緒に探しましょう。
Yeah, before she does something stupid again. Following the trail of magic, we exit the dorm and set out towards the school building. The path leads to the garden.
この先にいるようです。
The marks shining dimly on the ground continue inside.
あそこにいたぞ。
ああ、ちゃんと合流できてよかった。
We managed to reunite with Omaru and Murakumo, who were searching inside the school building. All that's left now is to try and find Heidi.
急ぎましょう。
The powder that Louis is using is light and scatters every which way in the breeze. We cautiously survey the maze-like garden.
これで足りるかしら。やっぱり少しクラクラする。でも私がやらないと。葵のもとにこれを置いておくわけにはいかないわ。あの子無茶するから。
何を考えているんだ。
今ルイさんの声がしましたね。
That way, he's probably find Heidi. The others seem to have heard him as well. Pushing our way through the brush, we head towards the voice.
その道具で一体何をしているんだ。わざわざ小細工までして人目を盗んでやっていることは。
The dripping menace from his voice renders us unable to speak. Even the Muko looks like she has tons she wants to
鏡
say.
は持っているか。見てみろその顔色を。一体お前は何をしたいんだ。
春。
そんな甘えた猫のような声では聞こえない。
お前がホムンクルスに興味があるって言ったから。ずっと図書館にこもってそのことばっかり調べて。
ため息ばっかり。だから私は。
俺がなぜホムンクルスに興味があるのか、その理由を考えたことはあるのか。
His voice is much harsher and colder than before. Even Heidi is left speechless.
魂を移せないのかと聞いていましたね。
魂を移す？ホムンクルスに？
ああ、
どうして？ルイ、そんなこと。
そうすれば多少死んでも大丈夫だ。
Heidi's expression changes in an instant. Her face is clearly full of anger, completely different from a minute ago.
多少って何？死ぬって。
死の意味すらわからなくなったのか。
分かってるわよ。でも多少なんてバカ。死んだら死んじゃうのよ。
バカはお前だ。
どうして？
お前を守るためだろうが。それなのにお前が一人で危険なことしてどうする？いざという時に体のスペアがあれば何を守るか選択できるようになる。執事としての仕事を全うすることもできるだろうが。
わからない。ルイ、あなたそのために自分のスペアを作るつもりだったの。だからホムンクルスのこと調べてたの。
Okay, now I just want to beat the shit out of Louis because this entire situation could have easily been avoided if you just went like, don't worry, I have my own reasons to research this. Instead of, you're fucking annoying, piss off. Like even just being like, oh, I just want to find out more about the homunculus. Like even a white little lie. Just self-interest. Would have avoided this entire fucking situation. I mean, in exchange, Aoi would have fucking collapsed far earlier, but still.
主と決闘と魔術を守る。それがバインベルガ家の掟だろう。そのために一番有効な手段について考えていただけだ。
バカ。やっぱりバカ。
ああ、本当にそうだな。俺がどれだけ守りたいと思っても、当の本人が暴走ばかりしていたら、体がいくつあっても足りない。
でもそうなの。
Face is flushed and tears are pooling in her eyes. Louis sighs and tightly shuts his eye. They're going to be arguing for another month at this rate. You know.
セーブメニューです。セーブしますか？セーブしました。
Yes. In this case, I will say Louis think about Heidi's feelings because, yeah, he's still only being like, yes, with this, I can actively throw myself in front of a sword without worry. Of course she'd be fucking worried. I mean, yes, all of his bullshit wouldn't matter if she just continues to overexert himself. But in this case, she actively overexerted herself because this motherfucker wouldn't talk. Dumb bitch. Do we think about Heidi's feeling? Do we think about Heidi's feelings too, will you?
やめてちょうだい。
Huh?
勝手に人の気持ちとか言わないで。
Her cheeks go beet red as she shakes her head in
ま
denial.
ったく、バカだな。
バカ？
ああ、そうだ、バカだ。いいか、徳佐の面々はお前を心配してくれているんだ。そんなこともわからないのか。
それは。
まったくこれからが思いやられる。俺はそんな初歩的なことすら教えてこれなかったのかと思うと自分に嫌気がさしてきた。ああ、まったく。
私はそういうのじゃなくて。
こんなことじゃ完全なスペアを何体作れたとしてもおちおち死ねない。かなり悲劇的じゃないか。
だから死なないでいいの。
In the end, both of them are at fault. Muko seems to share the sentiment, and a heavy sigh escapes her lips.
なんか根っから仲悪いわけじゃないんだね、ハイジさんとルイさん。
はい。
だってね、ハイジさんはルイさんのためを思ってホムンクルスのことを調べるのを手伝おうとしたんでしょ。でルイさんはハイジさんを守るために自分のスペアが作れないかなってホムンクルスのことを調べてた。それって結局 二人ともお互いのことを考えてたんだってことじゃないかな。
Heidi and Louis are both left speechless by Omoru's optimistic
しか
observation.
し効率的な方法を考えれば。
私だって
同じようなことだと思うよ。あれ、俺言い方間違った？
こういう時カラスマの天然攻撃は最強だな。
It's always fun seeing others take damage from it. Though it's directed towards me more often than not. Just as I think that.
わかった。ミッチーと牛尾さんもいっつも喧嘩してるけど仲いいもんね。似たようなものだったんだ。
Don't lump us together with them!
カラスマくん、今の発言は非常に不本意です。
He suddenly shoots a bullet of ditziness our way. You never know when he'll go off like this, but so it really is troubling.
ともかくもう夜になってしまっています。そろそろ引き上げましょう。
Yeah, you two should head back to the guest room.
そうね。
Muko stops Heidi as she attempts to pick up the suitcase.
これは特差で預かります。
待って、これを封印されては。
まだ封印はしません。あなたたちがこれ以上血液を抜かないようにするため。
わかった。
Heidi accepts Muko's reasoning and backs off, looking
今
depressed.
日はもう休んでください。このミストとホムンクルスの話は改めて明日しましょう。
What a long day it's been. It's not just me, Muko and Omoru both look exhausted too. Probably because it's been a while since we last had to deal with a mist. Nah, it's not the only reason. Be completely honest here. What do you guys think is the best course of action? Homunculi might be smaller, but other than that, they're basically the same as humans. Being an incomplete homunculus, it must take quite a large amount of mana to support Peach.
どうにもならないのかな。ずっと血を魔力に変化させ続けるわけにはいかないし。
方法がないわけではありません。ただそうするべきかどうかは。
方法って？
You mean?
セーブメニューです。セーブします。セーブしました。
Both of them. No, that doesn't work because they'd have to remake it, and Homunculus doesn't have a soul. Therefore, it would be a completely new soul. It wouldn't be Peach anymore. So use the magic stone that Sumi has.
そうです。あれを用いれば維持できるでしょうね。
Lazulite bloodstones, solid masses of pure mana. They act as mana surrogates, the epitome of a magical item. It's likely that using one would sustain Peach indefinitely, but...
ホムンクルスという存在は主が道具として割り切って使えば、そうでない場合は主もホムンクルスも得てして不幸になる。
Those words reverberate in my head. And then I see this face of Sua, who treasures Peach on himself very much. There's also Heidi, who went as far as using her own blood to protect them. I sympathize with Sua and Heidi. But the more I find out about Homunculi, the more I'm worried about letting things stay the way they are. Reveal my sincere feelings.
そっか。うん。俺もそれはわかる。
難しい問題です。
Fake life was born with the help of a mist. If that life were being employed as a tool, we would not have to hesitate like this. But there's
け
different.
れど以前のミブさんの時と同じようにミストの力なんて本当はない方が幸せだと。
Muko wants to seal that
君は
suitcase.
私のことを冷たいと思いますか？
Not at all. I think that would be for the better too. Seems that she wasn't expecting me to arrive at the same conclusion. Her eyes widen and she looks straight at
君
me.
なら魔石を使って助ける方法を取るのではないかと思って。
No, because that wouldn't bring her true happiness. No, you're well enough to know that you wouldn't say something like that to be cruel. We're the Bureau. It's our duty to seal mists. Know that she wouldn't be afflicted by something so shallow. If anything, she's sharper than most people, so she should be the one who's hurting the most. You're really strong, Muko.
一体どういうつもりですか？
Means exactly what you think it
意味
means.
がわかりません。明日のためにもう休みます。
あ、行っちゃった。俺たちもそろそろ部屋に戻ろうか。
Yeah. My neck. The next day at lunch, as promised, Heidi, Louis, and Sua and Pichon came to the bureau office. Sua still seems a bit anemic and under the weather.
かわいい。この子がピーちゃんって言うんだよね。どうしたの？寒い？
違うんです。ピーちゃん、ちょっと調子が悪くて。
魔力が足りないから。
And she says that Muko removes the glass flask from the suitcase we retrieved last night. The liquid shining brightly inside of it is pure mana, product of Heidi's blood after distillation.
どうしたの？
私が作ったの。葵はもうたくさん取ったでしょ。早く飲ませてあげて。
アーデルハイトさん。
Pichon looked so languid moments ago, and now she's full of energy. That's just how potent the liquid is. Or the ingredient required for this powerful substance is human blood.
このままでいけないのは分かっているわ。
ええ。
でもなんとかこの子を助けたいの。
Feelings haven't changed. So now's in agreement. Seeing how lively and happy Pichon looks now does make me waver slightly.
分かっています。
Muko tends to make herself the villain. She wants to give a definite no and persuade the two of them. Muko, it doesn't have to be you. I was the one who first struck my head into this, I'll do it. But then...
助けてどうするつもりだ。
Louis' cold-hearted voice resounds throughout the room.
お前たちはそれをお友達か何かと勘違いしてるんじゃないのか？
ルイ。
ホムンクルスは人ではない。いや、むしろ命と呼ぶことすら迷うものだ。どれほど愛らしい様を見せてもそれはただの人形だ。
ピーちゃんは違います。
錬金術は知らないのだろう。仕方ない。無知は時として何より恐ろしい武器になるからな。しっかり覚えておくように、ホムンクルスは人ではない。ただ創造主の望んだ行動を繰り返すプログラミングされた人形と同じだ。人は愛玩するために生き物を飼う時があるだろう。お前たちはホムンクルスをそれらと同列に見なしている。それらは意志を持つ。どんな小さな生き物でもだ。だがこいつは違う。
Boys at Pichon continues talking. His words are cold, uncompromising, and laced with poison. But it's the truth. Muko knows that, and so she remains silent and listens to him.
試してみるがいい。例えば創造主が死ねと言えばためらわずに死ぬだろう。泣けと言えばすぐに泣く。人の皮をかぶった。
ピーちゃんは葵のこと好きだって言ってるのよ。それも嘘って言うの？
ご名答。主人と遊びたくて遊んでいるわけではない。主人のことが本当に好きなわけでもない。ただ機械的に主人の命令が絶対なだけだ。
これやめて。そんなこと言わないで。葵泣いてる。
Large tears are overflowing from Sua's eyes. Still, Louis is not phased in the least.
さあ試してみるがいい。
やめて。もうやめてって言ってるの。
俺が言っていることが嘘だと思うならできるはずだ。
ご主人様、いじめちゃダメ。
Pichon suddenly leaps from Sua's arms to Louis. He doesn't dodge.
いじめるの。
His sleeve becomes tinged with crimson. Even so, Pichon doesn't stop biting his arm.
待って、ピーちゃんやめて。許さない。葵、やめてって言った。
言わないようにするから話してあげて。
They were chatting like friends before, but now Pichon won't even look at Heidi. It is just mechanically following orders. I'm sure that everyone here, including Suwa, was hit hard by Louis'
おい
orders.
まさかあのまま噛みちぎられるってことにはならないだろうな。
ミッチー、止めに入った方が。あんなに血が出てる。
Yeah, though Louis' arm should remain intact. I picked up on our conversation. Louis turns to face
結構
us.
です。
ピーちゃん、もうやめて。
Suwa forces those words out, causing Pichon to let go of Louis'
こ
arm.
ういうことだ。こいつは主人の言うことしか聞かない。
もういいでしょう。皆には十分。
そうならいいのですが。
Muko walks up to Suwa and takes out a handkerchief. She uses it to wrap Suwa's wipe Suwa's tear-streaked face.
諏訪さん、ピーちゃんは文の親であるあなたの言うことしか聞けないんです。ホムンクルスとはそういう存在で、あなたが引き止めればいつかピーちゃんは弱っていくあなたの姿をじっと見ているしかできなくなってしまう。
見ているだけしか。
そしてあなたが死んでしまったらたった一人残されてしまう。あとはわかるでしょう。ピーちゃんは不完全ですから、残った魔力が尽きて死ぬ時を待つだけです。
そんな一人でなんて。
それでもいいのですか？
Suwa bursts into tears again as Pichon tries to scoop them up with her hands. That moment, Pichon's legs give and she staggers. She must have realized that Pichon doesn't have much mana left in her.
死んじゃうの。
Muko kneels down so that her eyes are level with Pichon's.
あなたとあなたのご主人様はつながっている。だからあなたがいる限り無事には済みません。
やだ、葵死んじゃうの。やだ、ご主人様いなくなるの。やだ。どうすればいいんですか？ピーちゃんが幸せになってほしい。それだけです。ピーも葵と同じなの。
すべての根源であるトランクを封印すれば、おそらく未完成のままのピーちゃんの体は大きな影響を受けるでしょう。
Muko,
お
that's...
そらくピーちゃんの体は消えてなくなる。
It is Muko we're talking about here. I'm positive that it is more than a guess and that she asked Rito about it beforehand. She's saying this in spite of that.
葵、ピーそれでいいよ。だって葵が死んじゃダメだもん。ピー、それ絶対やだ。ごめん。ごめんね、ピーちゃん。いいよ、葵死なないでよね。ご主人様が死なないならいいよ。ピー、それが一番幸せ。
Muko places the suitcase on top of the desk and takes out a talisman. As always, she smears some of her blood onto the talisman. I've seen the same ritual several times now. However, this time is a bit different.
ごめんね。私のわがままで。ごめんなさい。どうして謝るの？いい。全然平気だよ。
Peach is smiling at Sua's arms. The entire time Muko is sealing the mist. Does she not realize that her own body is going to vanish soon? Or is she like this because her master wishes for it? Can't tell which it is.
よく見ておくのです、フラウ。私どもも魔術や錬金術を用いる一族なのですから。
Muko quietly recites the final part of the
時を
chant.
止めよ。
Bye bye, P.
どうしたの？
I don't know why fucking The only thing that came to mind just now was fucking Giga Max Pikachu. That was weird. Whoops. Stay there. There we go. Sua softly calls out Pichon's name and falls unconscious as the homunculus slowly fades from her arms. Heidi's eyes are reddened as she rushes to grab Sua's body.
そうさ、ピーちゃん。
そんなに泣くなよ、カラスマ。
終わりました。
The powerless mist remains on top of the desk. It'll be returned to the treasury, never to be used by anyone ever again. So that no more homunculi will be born.
子が、あの子を背負って連れて帰るのはあなたが適任でしょう。
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
私はフラウのおそばに参ります。
I'll be the best.
Ah, Michi, おかえり。
Thanks, I got Sua back to her room without a hitch. Returning to the bureau office, after carrying the unconscious Sua back, I see that Heidi and Louis were waiting here for me. The atmosphere's tense. It's nobody's fault, yet nobody's willing to speak first. I don't know how long the silence lasted for. Surprising Muko was the one to break it.
本当はたった一つだけピーちゃんを助ける方法はありました。
Everyone except for Muko is taken aback, and with bated breaths awaits for her to continue. She must be referring to the magic stones. But with those, I've given them happiness. All of us at the bureau were debating it.
じゃあどうしてそんな助けられるなら助けたかった。
でも諏訪さんのことを考えるとこうした方がいいと思ったからです。
There's no uncertainty in her voice.
私は言ったのに葵に言ったのに助けるって必ず全てを解決する方法を見つけるって言っておきながら
Heidi isn't condemning Muko. I'm sure she's realized by now. The reason why Muko chose to seal the mist. Her pale hands are trembling as she grasps her skirt. Heidi?
フラウ、お伝えし忘れていたことがございました。
何？
先日英国から取り寄せたとっておきの紅茶が届いておりましたが、いかがいたしましょう。スコーンによく合うものですから午後のお茶にはぴったりでしょう。
そうね。やるべきことがあるわね。
いや、
私たちはそろそろ戻ります。
はい、気をつけて。
Seems that Heidi has returned to her normal self. Sitting up from the sofa, she straightens her back and advances towards the door. Or so I thought. She spins around to face me. What is it?
その
Huh?
だから
Huh? I couldn't hear what you said.
その
Her face is bright red as she casts her eyes downwards. It's almost like I'm bullying her right now. Huh? Wait, why? Wait, why?
仕方ない。感謝します。
Oh, is that it?
さらに申し上げます。ありがとうございました。正直かなりときめきました。結婚してとのことでございます。
やめて、そこまで言ってない。
主の心を察するのが執事の役目。
違うんですからね。もう
フラウ、お茶会のメニューについてのご相談がございます。
違うんですから本当にね。
そろそろ参りましょう。
なんかお嬢様元気になったみたいだな。
そうだね。うん、よかったよ。
Their bickering continues even after they reach the hallway. Just goes to show how much they trust each other.
ようやく一段落ですね。
Yeah, you said it. It's all over. Commotion caused by the mist has died down. I still don't know whether we made the right choice or not. You arrived at that answer, knowing that homunculi are absurd, tragic beings. I'm sure Heidi and Sua will slowly come to terms with it. The time that they spent together with Pichon, the homunculus, and their parting. Why do I feel like I just ended up on Heidi's route somehow? Call it an instinct. Several days later.
食後のデザートとお紅茶でございます。
美味しそう。このお茶は私のお気に入りなの。ぜひ葵も試してみてほしくて。
Now he's sitting across the table from me. At the end of all that trouble, I realized that there was only one solution. To fill the hole in her heart left by the loss of her precious friend. To do that, I wouldn't rely on magic or special powers. I would simply spend time with her and lend her my ears.
葵、やっと笑顔が戻ってきたわね。
She takes a deep breath after finishing her cup.
ピーちゃん。このピーちゃんは元にいた方の子のことなんですけど、もしアーデルハイトさんにお暇ができたら、私の実家に遊びに来てください。そうなの。ぜひ伺うわ。母があの子によく似合う可愛い花畑にしてくれて、優しいお母様なのね。
After all we've been through, I know how kind a girl Aoi is. Must be because she's been lashed with the same kindness ever since she was little.
そういえば、ピーちゃんはどんな子だったの？そういえばまだ見せてなかった。写真はいつも持ってるんです。
What should be like a fucking massive
どれ
bulldog?
どれ？はい、見てみてください。とっても可愛いでしょ？
これはこれは。
ねえ。ありがとう。
Yep, that is like a massive roided up bulldog or something. The tea party ends and Aoi gives a deep bow before returning to the school. The figure from behind is the same as the day I met her, full of cheer and free of worries.
ねえ、ルイ。葵、元気になっていくかしら。
なるだろう。あの子は一人じゃない。友達もいるし、いい家族を持っているようだからな。
そうね。
That moment? What the fuck? What the fuck? Field of vision turns completely white. Fanning it away with my hands, I realized that it's actually the powder used to reveal traces of magic.
いきなり何するのよ。
いや、また少し様子がおかしいから香水を使ったのかと思ってな。
おかしいってどういう意味？もう粉まみれになったじゃないの。
ありえないほど殊勝な態度だったからな。自分の目的のために突っ走るジャジャ馬がここまで他人の心配をするとは思わなかった。
ジャジャ馬。違う。
さすがに言い過ぎたか。ではこの国で調べた動物で例えよう。あれは確かイノシシと呼ばれていた。まっすぐしか走れない。
バカ。何？
Some of the powder fell off of me when I was flailing my arms at Louis. The floor is dyed an unusual color. It can only mean one thing. Magic was used here.
この反応は
似ているな。
ええ。だけど私の香水を使ったものとは違う。
似たような別の魔術ということか。
そうね。でも一体誰が何のために。
To the next episode, Ley-Line. Okay, now I suddenly don't feel like I've ended up on Heidi's road. Same way that happened with fucking Neko's. Because that feels like a bit much like a hook for the next episode.
なんだか古いランプ持ってるね。
あのね、これ明日の美術の授業でデッサンに使うんだって。
You were supposed to be gone, P!
そうなんだ。ランプのデッサンなんてしたことないな。ちょっとホコリかぶってるから拭いといてって先生に頼まれたんだけど。
タオルか雑巾濡らして拭けばいいんじゃない？
そっか。じゃあちょっとやってくる。
せっかくだし一緒に行こうっと。
私も。よいしょ。だいぶ綺麗になったみたい。
そうだね。さっきよりは随分。
授業で使うだけならこのくらいでいいんじゃない？そうだね。教室戻らなきゃ。
でもこれまだ乾いてないよ。
片付けられないようにメモ置いとこう。私メモ帳とペン持ってるよ。これありがとう。乾かしてますって書いとけばいいかな。
それでいいんじゃない？
これで誰も持っていかないよ。先生来ちゃう前に教室戻ろう。そうだね。
Episode 4. Yes, I didn't accidentally end up on a route. Wouldn't be too surprised considering what the fuck happened and last
おはよう葵。
おはよう。あれ？ちょっと顔色良くなった？そうかな。
なんか体調悪そうだねって心配してたんだよ。
ごめんね。でももう大丈夫。ちょっと寝不足だったんだ。
ちゃんと寝ないとダメだよ。
そうそう。お肌にも悪いしね。そうだね。
that one was
気
for
を
the
つけるよ。
Sua's expression is bright and cheerful as she talks to her friends. Even from a distance, I can tell that she's gotten much of her energy back. I would say she's back to normal now.
はい、かなり元気になったようですね。
よかったね。
友達も心配してたんだな。
Anyone would be with her like that. Her face was extremely pale and she was looking more haggard by the day. I'm sure her friends were worried the entire time. And everything's wrapped up, so has been gradually recovering these past few days. Perhaps we were being a bit paranoid about it, but considering the state she was in, we couldn't simply ignore her after sealing the mist.
おはよう、みんな。
Oh, good morning, Tsubaki. Tsubaki comes as we're watching Sua. As she greets us, she looks over at Sua, and a relieved expression appears
ミ
on her
ブさん
face.
も彼女が気になっていたのですか？
ああ、話に聞いていて心配していたんだ。少し他人事とは思えなくてな。
Oops.
セーブメニューです。セーブしますか？セーブしました。
Probably lonely. Yeah, I'm glad.
はい。俺もそう思います。
ロードメニューです。ロードしますか？
Sorry.
ロードしました。
ああ、そうだな。友達がいなくなるのはとても寂しいことだから。
And really, you're truly speaking from the heart.
そうだろうか。
Very much so. After what happened with Sumi, Tsubaki must have felt uneasy after hearing about this incident. When we recounted the events to her, she had such a grave expression. She understood Sua's feelings better than anyone else.
後から人形でないスミちゃんに出会えた私はとても幸運だったのだと思う。
For sure.
そうだ。彼女にも私のように新しい友達ができたんだろ？
あ、そうですね。ハイジさんが諏訪さんの世話を焼いてるみたいですから。
Seen them in the school building, happily talking together a few times. Perhaps it was a good thing that the whole homunculus fiasco happened after all, since they got to know each other.
あのお嬢様、結構面倒見いいのな。
She has helped out a lot when it came to Peach-on, so you could say that. She notices us from afar and smiles. When I casually wave to her, she briefly says something to her friends and jogs towards us.
おはようございます皆さん。
Morning, how are you feeling?
もう大丈夫です。先日は本当にお世話になりました。
いえ、私たちは特差分室としての仕事をしただけです。
はい。もう見覚えのない古いものがあっても触らないようにしますね。
ぜひそうしてください。
はい。もしかしてこの学園って他にもああいうものがあったりするんですか？
She's smart, but she's probably led to think that way given what she's gone through. Even without Miss, school's weird enough as it is.
その通りです。もしまた見かけたらすぐに特差分室に連絡してください。
わかりました。気をつけます。
もっともそう何度も見かけるものではないと思うけれど。
Yeah, true. Nobody knows what can happen though. Myths appear completely unexpectedly, so a word of warning can go a long way. Not to mention that save us time if there were more students who contacted us about them.
何にせよ、諏訪さんが元気そうでよかった。
みんなも心配してくれたみたいで。
Yeah, it's a good friend.
はい。私、友達にとっても心配されてたんだなって。あんなことがあってからやっと気づきました。
でもこれだけ元気ならきっとホムンクルスじゃない方の小鳥のピーちゃんも喜んでくれてるよ。
小鳥？
Hearing the name of the pet she raised back home, that because of all this made her look at us in confusion. She then appears to think hard about something. Is there something wrong with what Cotton Smith said? There wasn't anything difficult that needed thinking about.
ピーちゃんは小鳥じゃないですよ。
Huh? She wasn't? The name totally made me think of it. She was.
でも違います。ピーちゃんは鳥じゃありません。
そういえば姿は見ていませんでしたね。
言われてみれば確かに。
The name suggested that she was a bird, but we were wrong. She was some other animal. What animal could she possibly be? Can't imagine her as anything other than a bird.
じゃあそのピーちゃんというのは一体。
写真見ますか？ピーちゃんはですね、ヒョウモントカゲモドキです。
I did not think about that possibility.
トカゲ？トカゲをペットに？
トカゲモドキです。
結局トカゲなの？トカゲじゃないの？
The name's different, so they're probably different.
見た目からするとトカゲなんじゃねえの？
ヤモリ科だとする説もあるそうですが、一応トカゲのはずですよ。別名はレオパード月光。全長は約。うわー、よくご存
知ですね。あ、もしかして獅子ヶ谷先輩もお好きなんですか？
いえ、まあ知識としてだけ。
結局どっちなんだろう。
Omona's question is perfectly reasonable, but I don't know the answer either. Correct answer either. Still, what a strange pet to keep. The entire time I thought Peach-chan was a bird.
これは少々予想外でしたね。
Omona and I weren't the only ones. Smooko thought so as well, and her surprise shows. It's rare seeing her like this.
でも、とっても可愛い、優しい子だったんですよ。
そうみたいだな。諏訪さんを見ているとよくわかるよ。それに本当に大切な友達だったと伝わってくる。
She couldn't be more right. Regardless of Peach-chan's appearance, Suwa makes it plain as day that she loved her pet. The mist would never have appeared before her otherwise.
もう行かないと遅れるよ。
After responding to her friends, she turns back towards us and gives a deep bow.
本当にありがとうございました。これからは気をつけます。
はい。それでは遅れないように気をつけてください。
じゃあ失礼します。
She answers with a smile and departs for her classroom with her friends. Looks like our concern isn't needed anymore.
トカゲペットにしちゃうんだ。
まあ慣れれば愛嬌があって可愛いのかもしれないな。
そうですね。
He must have been really bothered by the revelation. I heard that more and more people have been keeping reptiles as pets. I'm sure not many of them are girls.
おしゃべりをしている場合ではありません。私たちもそろそろ行きましょう。
あ、そうです。
遅れるわけにはいかないからな。
We each head to our respective classrooms after seeing Sua off. As much as I'd love for nothing else to happen from now on, at this school that's probably gonna be the case.
誰もいないわね。
ああ。
Peer into the hallway to double check that there's nobody else here. There shouldn't be any students around though, since classes are in session. But it doesn't hurt to be safe.
じゃあ。
Oddlight takes out a concealed container of magic detecting powder and gently blows on it. A few seconds later, the powder scattered onto the floor glows, revealing traces of magic everywhere. What's more, it's just one or two
これ
types.
は30？いえ、40になっている。
そのようだな。
反応が重なり合っていて、一つ一つが何なのか分かりにくいわね。
この学園には数々の魔術道具があるようだし、反応が過剰になるのは仕方のないことかもしれないが、それでもやはり気になるな。
そうね。
それにあれと同じような反応が見えるというのがどうも下船。
Why are we seeing a similar response? For what purpose is that magic being used? Can't see the big picture in the least. Top of that, there are too many secrets being kept at the school, so we're lacking information. Information.
この薬ではこれ以上詳しく調べるのは無理ね。もう少し調合を工夫した薬を作ってみるわ。
とことん調べるつもりか？
へえ、もちろん。何よ。
Seeing her actually motivated to do something causes a sigh to naturally escape from my mouth.
いや、鳥頭のお前は俺たちが一体何のためにこの学園に来ているのかすっかり忘れているようだなと思って。
失礼ね。ちゃんと覚えているわよ。
It's just what the fuck you're supposed to do about
お
that.
う、そうか。では、何のために来たか言ってみろ。
おばあ様の思い出の品を受け取りに来たんでしょ？
うん。どうやら出任せでなく、大事なことはしっかり覚えていたようだ。これは感心。さっきのは謝罪しよう。
当たり前でしょ。
だから謝罪すると言っているだろう。侮って悪かったな。これほど大事なことを普通は忘れないものだが、お前のことだから目の前の事象に必死になりすぎて頭の中からすっぽり抜け落ちているのかと思ったぞ。
Seeing her face flush as she goes silent, it seems that she's realized that she's been too absorbed with current happenings. Wanted to return to our original objective, but progress is progress. Something else is bothering me though.
なぜラッグエスティアは現れない？
何？突然。
魔術道具はもともと強く望む者の前に現れる特性を持つはずだ。それにあれはもともとバインベルガー家のもの。元の主人が現れてその存在を望んでいるのに、こんなに長い間何の反応もないというのはおかしくはないか。
It's because a simple I want this thing isn't enough. These things probably pick up on the desire for the kind of power that they have, and that causes them to appear. I don't think good old Heidi over here is sitting there like, damn, I really wish I could just blow someone up with mana. I haven't been near for very long. That being said, we've wanted Lagestia back the entire time. In spite of that, we haven't even felt its presence, let alone seen it.
本当はこの学園の宝物庫にはないということかしら。
その可能性もゼロとは言い切れないかもしれないが、それはないだろうな。
そうよね。おばあ様は確かにクラール・ラズリットに封印してもらったとおっしゃっていたし。
It is the fact that it's sealed within the school's treasury as a mist. It's hard to imagine it being anywhere else.
他の可能性を考えてみた方がいいかもしれないな。
では、すでにもう誰かが手にしているということ？
仮に手にしたとしてどう使うというんだ。あれはバインベルガーの当主でなければまともに扱いん品だぞ。
は 分かってるわよ、そんなこと。確かに使った当人すら攻撃に巻き込む危険な道具だけれど、例えばただ持っているだけとか。
使えもしないものをか？何のために？お前は本当に発言が雑だな。もう少し頭の中を整理整頓できないのか？
もう、じゃあ他の誰かが手にしていないというならどこにあるっていうのよ。
Morpheus like Estia, isn't she? I feel like it's building up towards that. Oh. At that moment, Adelaide's comment sparked something in my mind. There's only one thing that makes sense given what we know.
ルイ、どうしたの？
いや、よく考えてみれば、人を選べば使える。
My thoughts run wild. It's all based on what I've learned from texts and have seen it put into practice. I have proof, but...
しかし、本当に存在するのか？
何が？
したとして、何か見分ける方法は？
ねえ、全然わからないんですけど、ちゃんと説明して。ちょっと待
ってよ。昼飯の後の授業はだるいな。
だな。でもあと1時間で終わるから頑張ろうぜ。
あんま頑張りたくねえな。
そりゃそうだ。あ、
Drying.
なんかランプ置いてある。乾かしてますってメモ貼ってあるな。
どっかのクラスが授業で使うんじゃねえの？
そうだな。気にすることないか。
あれ？あれってアンティークだよね。まさか私が使っちゃったトランクみたいな。どうしよう。触ったりしない方がいいんだよね。ここにあったって覚えておいて。そうだ、トクサの人に知らせておかなくちゃ。
Recess is almost over, huh?
そうだね。休み時間っていっつもあっという間に終わっちゃうよね。
Same here. I'm not gonna yawn again.
ミッチー、すごいあくび。
That had another one as Omar laughs at me. Could never handle the drowsiness during afternoon classes, and it's the same feeling every time. As much as I'd like to skip the rest of my classes to nap, I can't exactly do that.
ミッチーが寝ちゃわないうちに教室戻らないとね。
Not like I can sleep while walking.
今のは歩きながらでも眠れそうな感じだったけどな。
Really? Welcome to the hallway. I spot two small figures up ahead.
おー
Oh no. I'm pretty sure this theme is the theme for Momo over here. But something about this theme just gives me such brain empty vibes that it's not even funny anymore. From their appearance and outside, I would never believe that those two are the principal and disciplinary committee chairwoman of the school.
いい天気だね。はい、そうですね。
Momo I can stand, but what's the principal doing here?
さあ、見回りとか？
Is it really okay for her to leave the office and go out on patrol? Actually, aren't there other things that a principal should be doing instead? It's hard to mention that she had a free time to go patrolling the halls.
学園に何も変わりはないかね。何か困ったことやトラブルなどは？はい、大丈夫です。何にも問題ありません。それは実に結構。みんな風
それをまとめる聖護院さんの力でもあるのだよ。自信を持ちたまえ。そうですか。もも嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。
Trying to see them as principal and disciplinary committee chairman is really pushing it. However, Tsubaki and Monokuma have praised Momo's abilities. I have my doubts, but it's probably true if it's coming from them.
それでは引き続きよろしく頼むよ。はい、もも頑張ります。それではまた。おお、素晴らしきかな日常を。
The principal leaves in an awfully good mood. So it's like that no matter who she's talking to. Still haven't the slightest what she was even here for.
聖護院先輩、こんにちは。
Hey. You call out to Momo as she sees the principal off and she turns to face us.
小ガニカラスマ、授業には遅れないようにしないとダメなんだよ。
It's fine, we know.
それならよーし。
Smiles contentedly. All things considered, she's still the top-ranked person in the disciplinary committee. It's quite amazing in more ways than one. What was she doing here, by the way?
人って？
学園長ですよ。さっき2人でお話ししてたじゃないですか。
ああ、学園長はお散歩をしてたんだよ。
A walk? Fuck. She asks us while looking puzzled. She probably doesn't know the answer to our question either. Surprise! I'm seriously wondering whether or not school is going to be closed down soon. It's going to close down soon. My opinion of her is going to change depending on which one of those was the main objective.
何言うの？学園長は自分の目で学園内を見て回ってるんだよ。
確かに普通の学園長ならしそうにないことですもんね。
I'm not sure I'd use regular to describe her anyway. I don't necessarily mean it in a positive way. It's pretty obvious that she was out more of a leisurely stroll and keeping a vigilant eye on the school.
常にこの学園と生徒のことを考えておられる。とっても学園思いの方なんだからね。
すごいですね、学園長は。
He still seemed to hold her in high regards. While I do think of the principal is amazing, we're probably thinking of different meanings of the word.
どうしたの、ミッチー？
It's nothing. This is why she's never in the office when. This is why she's never in the office when we need her. That's what I want to say, but not in front of these
それ
two.
じゃあ二人とも授業に遅れないように気をつけて。
はい。
Yeah, we know.
じゃあももは行くね。バイバイ。
With a large smile on her face, Momo turns around and walks off. That appears that at some point I had the back simply standing on the hem of her coat. Her coat pulled her back and she fell on the floor, face first, not to mention how. Sorry, I didn't realize I stepped on your coat.
大丈夫ですか？ああ、鼻の頭が真っ赤に。
I'm really sorry. She stands up as she tries to hold back her tears. It must have been extremely painful. Should I take you to the infirmary?
大丈夫だもん。
本当ですか？
大丈夫。授業に遅れたらダメだよ。
Desperately trying not to cry in front of us, she sniffles and rubs her eyes as she walks off with her coat trailing on the ground. I'm wondering if she's gonna be alright, but I probably shouldn't worry too much about
ミ
it.
ッチー、授業ちゃんと出ようね。
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I'll make sure to keep an eye out for her coat from now on. Wanted to ask the principal some questions. I happened to run into her outside her office as she's returning. I had expected her to be absent, so it was quite fortunate for
ご
us.
きげんよう、学園長。少しよろしいでしょうか。 おや。これはお二人して、私に何かご用かな？
ええ、お聞きしたいことがありまして。
ほうほう。では、こんなところで立ち話もなんだし、中に入って話そうではないか。
はい、失礼いたしますわね。
Inviting us inside her office, she takes the usual seat at her desk.
私に聞きたいこととは？私に答えられることなら何でも答えようではないか。
Very itchy. My ears being very annoying. The principal smiles at us with a shrewd look on her face. I thought that Adelaide would be more transparent about it, but she doesn't reveal anything in response
本
calmly.
国から香水の材料を取り寄せたいのですが、郵便で寮の客室を指定すれば届きますかしら。
それで届くはずだか。わざわざ追加で材料を取り寄せるとは。何か調べたいことでもあるのかね。
The principal's smile doesn't fade as she asks Adelaide that. She's figured it out, huh? We expected her to ask that, and Adelaide doesn't
いえ、
flinch.
こちらの都合といえばよろしいのかしら。表の仕事の一環で私が調合しないと作れない香水があるのです。もともと持ち込んでいた香水の材料が少なかったもので足りなくなってしまいましたから。
ああ、確かにそんなに大荷物ではなかったね。なるほどなるほど。まあ、学園の寮宛てに送ってもらえば大丈夫だよ。
ご迷惑をおかけいたします。様々なものを調合するので場所も取ってしまい、あまり持ち込めませんでしたの。もっとコンパクトにまとめられればいいんですけど。
Adelaide answers innocently while the principal interrogates her. Are they both trying to deceive each other? I can't tell from their expressions. As I'm observing their conversation, I hear something fall near my feet. Fairly sure that there's nothing in the room that could have fallen, but I'm curious about the sound and look downwards. An old-fashioned lamp is lying there. Why is there a lamp here, of all places? The floor was spotless when we came in.
お二人ともお話し中ですが失礼いたします。こちらにランプが落ちていたのですが。
Missed.
ランプ？
I pick it up to show them. The instant I touch it, I feel a tingling sensation race into me from it, lasting me a fraction of a second, but my body starts moving reflectively. I force back the mana entering my body from the lamp with my own. A sudden blinding flash of light forces my eyes shut, and I try my best to look through it.
なんだ？
Light finally subsides, but I'm greeted by an unbelievable sight. How exactly did this happen?
わかるわけがないだろう。
In the midst of our confusion, the lamp had disappeared without my noticing.
あれ？こっちじゃないのかな？あれ？さっきと同じ場所。じゃあ、こっちかな？それとも、もしかして、こっちかも。あれれ？なんで同じ場所に出ちゃうの？どこかから地下に降りるはずなのに。最初から古賀くんたちのクラスに行けばよかった。もう起業時間まであまりないのに。前に来た時はアーデルハイトさんも一緒だったから、こんなに複雑だなんて思わなかったよ。急がなきゃ。
Classes are over for the day, and everyone is gathered in the bureau office as usual. However, there's not much going on today, and we're allegedly having tea together.
いいお味です。
Muko muttered as she enjoys her cup. In her hand is the library book she's reading. According to Rito, the bureau office is a part of the library, so we're allowed to bring library books here.
ったく、 なんで俺がお茶なんか入れなきゃいけねえんだよ。
You're still on about that? Get used to it already, she's a
う
girl.
るせえ。
俺何かお手伝いしましょうか？
Don't worry about it, Omura. It's his job.
そこがねえ。
In times like this, when it feels like Burakuma will grab me by the collar at any moment, I calmly drink the tea he prepared. Complains every time, but he still ends up making tea for everyone. What a diligent person. Regardless, the tea is great, as Muko said. Another day, easy day, huh?
ええ、そうですね。
Be nice if it stayed this way for a while. As I say that, we hear a knock on the door. I heave a heavy sigh, realizing that I spoke all too soon. Muko looks at me
これが
unperturbed.
この学園の日常です。
I know, but still.
何が起こったんだろうね。
風紀委員からは連絡来てねえから、ただの相談かもな。はいはい。
失礼いたします。
Murakuma opens the door and Heidi and Louis make their way in. It's not surprising that they've come to pay us a visit, but something about them today strikes me as off. The usual confidence in their step is lacking. Louis doesn't look much different, but Heidi has a complicated expression on her face.
どうかされたのですか？
Looks like Muko picked up on it too. Heidi's expression turns troubled as she opens her mouth to respond.
少し問題が起こりました。
Problem? What do you
別
mean?
にあなたたちを頼ってきたというわけではないのよ。もちろん私たちが自力で解決してもいいかとも。この学園で起こった出来事はまずこちらに相談するのが筋でしょ。何ですか？
いや、先ほどまでこちらに相談するという考えすら浮かんでいなかったように見えたのでな。それで筋を通しているつもりかとつい失笑してしまった。
ちゃんと考えてたわよ。
おや、それは大変失礼いたしました。
手短にまとめると、何か特別な出来事があったので相談に来たということでよろしいんですね。
いや、
What exactly happened then?
それはですね。
Hear a familiar voice as Heidi is about to speak. Behind them, a white silhouette leaps up onto the desk. It's Nino Mai.
あれ？この子って学園長？
いつも首に巻きついてるやつだよな。
Why is he here? Never seen them apart before. Right now, I don't see the principal anywhere. Strange.
そうだよね。いっつも学園長と一緒なのに。
ここだよ。ここ。
Huh. As we're wondering about the principal's absence, we hear a soft voice from somewhere. She's riding on fucking Nina Maya, is she? Sounds like the principal. I glance around the room and are surprised, but she's nowhere to be found.
ここだよ。
Her voice goes out for a second time and she appears on top of the desk. However... What?!
なんだこりゃ。
いやー、参った。
The figure approaching Nina Maya and climbing onto his back is undeniably the principal. Undeniably the principal. But she's small. Extremely small. Literally a palm-top principal.
ご覧の通り、緊急事態だ。G!
Can't feel any sense of urgency from her at all, despite what she said.
セーブメニューでセーブします。セーブしました。
What a nice doll.
こら！何をするのかね、古賀くん！
I pick her up and stare straight at her. She squirms around in my hand, looking displeased.
セーブメニューです。セーブしますか？セーブしました。
Okay, let's watch him die real quick. Finish your skirt as she's throwing a fit. You know what, I'll just do that. Should have done that sooner. I pinch her skirt as she's throwing a fit and lift it up. Even the underclothes are very intricate and well made. Is this really the principal?
私でなければなんだというのかね。
It is nice to see her panic for once, though. Like I said, it's a really nice doll.
本人が本人だと言っているだろ
She smacks my hand over and over again, furious. As I'm about to take her hat off, I feel that people are staring at me. Looking up, I see Muko and Heidi glaring, icy glares.
それはどうかと思うよ。
Even Omo's telling me off now. Unable to withstand Muko's eye, he stares any longer and lower the principal back onto the desk. She then quickly runs over to Ninomaru and turns to his back like before.
なぜこのようなことになったのですか？ロードメニュ
Okay,
ー
I
です。
think now we can
ロ
go
ード
back
します
here
か？
and go with
ロ
the
ード
other
しました。
choice. How did this happen? I returned to the principal to Ninomai's back and asked her as I'm struck with astonishment. She should be well versed with mist, so it's weird that something like this would befall her. Having her as a casualty is practically a worst case scenario.
それがな
ロードメニューです。ロードしますか？ロード
I
し
want
ま
to
し
see
た
what the。fuck this... How does this happen? We accepted right before my eyes as a mini principal. Not to mention that this school is anything but normal, a place where mysterious happenings are the norm. For now, I show some concern and ask her about the situation.
ロードメニュ
Nah,
ー
the
で
best
す。ロー
option
ド
is
しま
still
す
just
か？
like picking her up
Load
and then
しま
putting
した。
her back down. Just to see a little bit of panic. The skirt flip went too far.
私からお話しします。
どういうことですか？
実は学園長室で落とし物かと思ってルイがランプのようなものを拾ったんです。するとご覧の通りだよ。
It's clear that this is your situation, but the principal's behavior doesn't reflect the gravity of it. I'm pretty sure that she wouldn't mind staying in that state forever, but I can't say for certain. Looking disappointed, Muko sighs and continues asking questions.
それで、そのランプはどうしたのですか？
私やフラウが唖然としている間に消えてしまいました。今はどこにあるのかわかりません。
それってやばいだろ。
ええ、そうですね。
It's obvious that the lamp was a mist, and it's gone somewhere of its own accord. But if it's gone somewhere of its own accord, then the possibility of it running rampant is
ミ
high.
ストが暴走している状態なのはまず間違いありませんね。
そうなのだよ。早急にミストを捕まえてくれたまえ。
そうですね。被害が拡大したら大変です。
そう、縮んでいる場合ではないのだよ。
It never is. Watching the principal act like this really make the whole situation... watching the principal act like this is really making the whole situation feel less urgent. I wish she could have more of a sense of crisis, but this is the principal. She's probably having the time of her life.
二の舞くんは無事だったんですか？一緒に小さくなるかと思ったけど、もしかして動物には効かないのかな？
いやー、二の舞くんは問題の瞬間に素早く私から離れ、華麗に光をかわしたのだ。実に見事だったよ。じー。
Fucking ninja. So he abandoned his owner, huh?
二の舞くんはペットではない。私のお友達んだ。ゆえに、私は飼い主ではないのだよ。
Well, that just means he abandoned a friend.
それよりもミストが発動した時の状況とかの話を。
そうです。ミストを発動させた人物について、そしてその状況についてお聞かせいただきたいのですが。
Muko nods as assent to Omoto's statement. The principal looks towards Louis after being asked that, causing all of us to turn our heads to face him as well. Simply put, he was the one who set it
ミ
off.
ストを発動させたのはあなたなのでしょうか？
おそらくは。
So it wasn't Heidi.
最初にランプを見つけて拾ったのはルイだから。
ミストを見つけた時に何か不審なことは起こりませんでしたか？
Louis keeps his poker face as he thinks for a bit in silence. He soon answers as if he recalled something.
そういえばランプに触れた瞬間、妙な気配がこちらに流れ込みそうになるのを感じました。危険なものかと思いとっさに抵抗したのですが、すると急にランプが光り出し、気づけば学園長がこのような姿に。
ま、 まさに一瞬の出来事だったね。
ねえミッチー、妙な気配ってなんだろう。
Us trying to contact the user? No.
セーブメニューです。セーブしました。
ルイさんの魔力を吸おうとしたんじゃないのかな。
I guess it's that it's trying to make contact with the user, like how the last mist with the dream asked the question.
私も古賀君と同意見です。その気配が魔力を吸い取ろうとしたものなら流れ込むのではなく、むしろ逆のはず。ルイさんはミストの気配にとっさに抵抗したということですから、その際に必要以上に大量の魔力を放出してしまったのではないかと考えられます。
で、その結果ミストが暴走したってことか。
More mana than needed. That's true. Then it would explain the mist going rampant and the principal getting shrunk. Judging by his appearance, Louis' physical condition seems the same. If he applied enough mana to make a mist go berserk, he probably doesn't have much left. It's fine if the mist is the kind that treats the amount of mana it will supply it like a battery, but if it's not, this could be bad.
やばいというのはどういうことかしら。
If it's the kind that continuously absorbs mana from the one who activated it, then once they run out, you'll have to pay some sort of compensation.
でも魔力が尽きなければ大丈夫なんでしょ？
Sure, but if there were enough to make it go out of control, if there was enough to make him go out of control, he probably doesn't have much left.
なるほど。確かに。
今回はルイさんの体に何が起こるか分かりません。ミストのことは私たちに任せていただけませんか？
Yeah, I'm sure you two want to help search for the mist, but please behave yourselves this time around. Heidi looks somewhat discontent, but she exchanges glances with Louis and gives a small nod. Looks like she's accepted our terms.
わかりました。ミストの行方や学園長のことは気にかかりますが、今日のところは部屋でおとなしくしている方がいいようですね。面倒をかけることになりますが、よろしくお願いいたします。
お気遣いなく。ルイさんに何かありましたらすぐに連絡してください。
はい。それでは今日は失礼いたします。
失礼いたしました。
They bow and obediently turn to leave the room. Shouldn't they immediately go to Rito before sending them away? Considering how much she cares for her butler. Not craves for her butler. That has a different meaning. Oh my fucking god. Considering how much she cares for her butler, it follows that she would take a step back and leave things to us.
もう少し粘るかと思ったんだけどな。
Goes to show just how grave the situation is.
早速ミストについて調べないといけませんね。学園長、ミストの形状などをお聞きしたいのですが。
見たのは一瞬だったが、羊くんの言っていた通りランプ型だったよ。
Are there any more details you could provide?
いやー、残念ながら私も全てのミストを把握しているわけではないのでね。それ以外の詳細は不明だ。
So all we've got is that it looks like a lamp, and that sending it out of control caused it to shrink a person. It immediately tried to make contact first, and when that contact was rejected, but with a burst of mana, it caused it to go out of control and turn a man into a mini-man. Not a man, a woman. Into a mini-woman. So... Well, we know that it shrinks people, so Rito would probably be able to help. Let's go ask Rito then. What? What? The principal gets off of Ninomai-kun's back and with light steps starts climbing me. He sits atop my head and grabs my hair. Okay, then fucking... Lemmy the Ratatouille. Remy, or Ratatouille. Not Lemmy. I'm a fucking retard. It's an unsettling feeling up there. What are you doing?
古賀くんの頭の上が一番見晴らしが良さそうだからね。
What kind of reason is that? And wait, you're planning on coming with us?
無論だ。私もどんなミスとか気になるからね。何、大丈夫だ。 図書館はほとんど生徒の出入りはないと思う。
She replies with an air of satisfaction as she lies down on my head. What is it,
何で
Muko?
もありません。ひどく緊張感のないありさまだと思っただけです。
Why are you blaming me for this?
君が許したんでしょ？
Why is she suddenly annoyed at me? It's not like I find this to be enjoyable.
それじゃあリトさんのところに行こうね。
Yeah. As we're about to leave the bureau office, Ninomai trots over to my feet. I awkwardly move my feet as I try my best to not step on him. What's up with him?
どうやら私を心配してくれているようだよ。
そうなんですか。いい子ですね。
しかし気持ちは嬉しいが、二の前くんはここでお留守番していてくれたまえ。なーに、私なら大丈夫だ。すまないね。
Ninomai obediently sits on a chair and nods after receiving those instructions from the principal. We then proceed to open the door and step out into the library. We quickly find Rito amongst the bookshelves. Immediately we begin asking her about the lamp-shaped mist.
ランプ型のミスト。他に何か情報はあるかしら？
どうやらその光を浴びると人間が縮んでしまうようなのですが。
ランプの形をしていて人間が縮んでしまう。それならピスキーカプレットかしら。
多分それだ。その名前には聞き覚えがある。
あら、つづら折坂不比と今日は変わった姿をしているのね。
まあいろいろあるのだよ。
そうなの。
そうだと思う。
Rito finally realizes that the principal has shrunken after she hears the principal speak. However, she doesn't seem particularly surprised. Would expected her to be at least a little bit, but she probably figured it out since we asked her about the mist.
具体的にどのくらいの大きさでどのような能力か教えてもらえますか？
形は普通のオイルランプと変わらないわ。
じゃあ大きさもそのくらいってことか。
ええ、そう。けれどオイルランプではないから、オイルではなく魔力で光るの。
Hold on, I feel like I missed something. Apparently then.
確かルイさんは抵抗したら光ったって言ってたよね。
Which means that he did end up unintentionally supplying it with
この
mana.
ミストが動き続けるためには継続的に魔力が必要ですか？
いいえ。ピスキーカプレットが動くのは発動時に込めた魔力の分だけ。つまり使い切りね。常に魔力を吸い上げるタイプではないわ。
ではミストを発動させた人物は仮に暴走していたとしてもこの先特に危険はないということでしょうか？
ええ。
よかった。
At the very least, it's a relief finding out that it won't take any more of Louis' mana, not money. I'll give him your money! If it were something that posed a danger to the activator's body, we'd have to act fast while worrying about their health. We can take it a bit easier since that's not the case. Is there anything else you could tell us about that
そう
lamp?
ね。あとはピスキーカプレットの光を人間が浴びると縮んだり巨大化したりするわ。
巨大化する場合もあるのかよ。
Well, that's bad. I mean, we're already lucky enough that it doesn't just shrink them, but their clothes too.
どれくらいの大きさになるの？
込めた魔力の分だけ。サイズに上限はないわ。
縮小する場合と巨大化する場合はどういうきっかけで変わるのですか？
ランプにはつまみがついているの。普通のランプなら火の大きさを変えるための部分ね。
Oh, so you just turn it to change it.
ええ、そうよ。
We'll have to be careful not to accidentally switch it. If it were set to enlarge and a student got caught up in its light, it's possible the entire school could be flattened. Extra caution is going to be needed on our part.
あの執事どれくらい魔力込めたんだ？
暴走しているくらいですから それなりの量と見た方がいいでしょう。
でもルイさんいつも通りに見えたよ。なんていうか平気そうだったよね。
Yeah, but I guess even though he's part of the branch family, coming from a line of magicians means that you have that much more mana. Muka shakes her head in response to my casual
それ
remark.
はいえ、今はいいでしょう。それよりランプの行方です。
Yeah, I don't want to have to deal with the giants wandering around.
それはいかん。大切な校舎が壊れかねん。急いで探しに行くぞ。さあ、いざ。
Ow, ow, you're gonna pull my hair out!
少しくらい我慢したまえ。今は急がなければいかんのだ。この学園と生徒たちのために。
Principal tugs my hair as she says something principal-like for once. I understand how she feels, but she can't mean to go searching like this, right? If we're going to be searching the school, other students could spot you, so you should wait in the bureau office.
そうですね。あまり危険は冒したくはありません。
いや、そんなわけにはいかんない。私も一緒に行くと思う。何しろ実物のランプを見ているのはこの中では私だけだ。
What are you gonna do if someone sees you?
これは人形だ、ロボだ。で通せばなんとかなるさ。
セーブメニューで
As
す。
if is what I'm gonna say. But
セ
I'm
ーブ
gonna
し
say
ま
it
すか？
anyway.
セーブしました。
As if!
大丈夫だ、心配はない。さあ、急ぎたまえ。
Just put it in the breast pocket. There's everything to worry about. She has no intention of listening to us at all. On top of that, she continued to pull on my hair as if to protest my idleness. That really hurts, you know.
この分だと分室に置いてきても勝手にうろうろしそうだぞ。
What a pain in the ass.
仕方ありませんね。
Doesn't look like she's gonna give up now, no matter what we say. And she'd probably move around if we left her alone, so we might end up bringing her along.
ハリー、ハリー、ハリー、イエーイ。さあ、急ぎたまえ。
You've got it already, so could you be a little quieter? It'll help to make you less noticeable.
そうかそうか、わかったよ。いくら人形と言い張るとしても古賀君の人格が疑われてしまう恐れもあるしな。
You're totally missing the point. The idea of being careful so that the students don't notice her, it hasn't crossed her mind at all. It's pointless saying anything more, so I leave it at that. It'll be over once we find the mist and seal it, so let's focus on that.
それではランプを探しにゴーゴー。
いってらっしゃい。なんだか面倒なことになったわね。
After entering into our room, Oddlight sits down on the sofa and sighs heavily. He's not the only one who thinks that way. I never imagined we'd get caught up in something like
けれ
this.
どこの学園の魔術道具を追いかけるのは彼らの専門のようだから任せて大丈夫でしょ。
特査分室に頼む案件だと学園長が言い出すまではその存在すらすっぽり忘れていたようだが、よくもまあ知った風に言えたものだ。
それは慌てていたからよ。
あ、そうだった。うっかりしていただけだったな。余計なことを言って悪かった。
とにかくミストを無事見つけてくれるといいのですけど。
どうだろうな。
Although as you said it's their specialty, I still have no idea how they plan on finding it. Doesn't seem like they have any special magical tool they use, so it all comes down to strength and numbers.
だが中途半端に手を出して余計に面倒なことになっても困る。今は目立ちたくないからな。
それは私だって分かってるわ。だからこうやって素直に戻ってきたんでしょ。
I don't want the school to find out what they're up to, what we are up to. Seems that Oddlight's at least smart enough to understand that, though I'm positive that she wanted to go mist hunting with them.
それにしてもあのランプどうしてあんなところに現れたのかしら。足元に突然でしょ。あなたか私にあの道具を引き寄せるだけの願望が何かあったとでも、もっとコンパクトにまとめられればいいんですけど。
Magical tools are attracted to strong wishes and desires. The only instance of someone wanting to make something smaller was that one statement. But would it really appear for a stupid reason like that? If I remember correctly, there's a barrier in place to prevent magical tools from leaving the campus, so there ends up being more magical phenomena occurring within. I can't say the possibility of it appearing because of that one statement is zero, but something strikes me as
ちょっ
odd.
とルイ聞いているの？ルイってば。
ギャーギャーわめくな。黙っているということは考え事をしているということだろう。そのくらいのことがわからないのか。ああ、わからないからしつこく俺を呼んでいたのだな。ではいい加減にお前が何か話すと俺の思考の邪魔になると理解しろ。そして実践しろ。つまり黙れ。静かにしてくれるのならそれで結構。
We decided to first check out the place where the mist initially appeared. Of course, there's no trace of it here. While it feels like a wasted trip, it might have left some clues, maybe.
学園長、ランプがどちらへ飛んでいったかわかりますか？
確かあっちの方だったと思う。
The principal points the direction she thinks the mist went. As to be expected, it's not there either. Must have gone somewhere else after the initial move. I have no idea where it went, so... we have no idea where it went, so should we split up and look for it?
そうだね。それがいいかも。
ねえ、捜索範囲は広い方がいいでしょうね。ここに手がかりはなさそうですし。
Discussed the plan after moving out into the hallway. Without any further information on where it went, our only choice is to spend some time and effort. We have no leads, so we'll just have to search randomly.
それならもっと人手があった方がいいのではないのかね。
そうですね。村雲くん、風紀委員へ今回の件について協力してもらえるよう。
ああ、わかった。じゃあ俺は風紀委員に連絡してくる。
よろしくお願いします。
He runs off. As he runs off, we see someone in the distance running towards us. All the students should be back in the dorms by now, so who could it be? On closer inspection, it's Sua. She seems to be completely drained for some reason. And there are tears in her eyes. Wonder what
お
happened.
やおや、君は確か諏訪葵さんだったかな。どうかしたのかね。もう起業時間だよ。すみません。でも私アンティ
She tries to explain the situation while teary-eyed and catching her breath. However, she gets surprised and distracted after noticing the small principal sitting on top of my head. The principal's got no intention of hiding himself at all!
セーブメニューです。セーブしますか？
just
セ
say
ーブしまし
nothing.
た。
I'm at a loss as to how to respond, and in the end, nothing good comes to mind, so I simply look away.
いやー、そう驚くことはない。私はロボだよ。遠隔操作で動いてるのだ。ロボ？そうだ。高性能だろ。はははは。
そうなんですか。びっくりしました。
Did that really
と
convince
ころ
her?
で、慌てていたようでしたが、どうかしたのですか？
そうでした。アンティークみたいなものを見つけたんです。
それってどこで？
向こうの水道のところです。古いランプみたいだったから、もしかしたら伝えておいた方がいいんじゃないかと思って。
ランプ、探しているミストかもしれませんね。
We all exchanged glances and nod. I never imagined that we'd find our target so quickly. Was that lamp glowing?
いえ、私が見た時は光ってはなかったです。
Should have been constantly glowing if it were going rampant, yet it wasn't. It's a bit odd, but maybe it's conserving its fuel since there's nobody around. Alright, thanks for coming to inform us.
いいえ、見つけたら報告するって言ってましたから。
すごく助かったよ。
起量時間が迫っていますので、諏訪さんは早く戻った方がいいですね。情報提供、本当にありがとうございました。はい。
皆さん、お気をつけてください。
She hastily runs off after giving a deep bow. Night's about to fall. Glad she managed to get a hold of us before
そ
then.
れでは早速水道のところに急ごうではないか。時間はまだ少しあるね。ふむふむ。夜が来る前に見つかりそうでよかったよ。
Huh? What's that?
少し考えればわかりそうなものですが。
Sorry for being dumb. Muko looks at me with her usual looks that says that she's at a lustful lads. As I'm thinking that she doesn't need to be so blatant about it, the principal starts hitting my head.
まあまあ、夜の世界では校舎全体で大きな魔術が働いている最中なのはみんなわかっているだろう。そんな中であのランプのせいで誰かが巨大化して校舎が壊れてしまえばどうなる？
あ、そっか。夜の世界の人たちが帰れなくなったりとかするかもしれないってことですね。
あの規模から言っても夜の世界の召喚は相当繊細な魔術のはずですから影響は大きいと思います。
I see. It wouldn't be strange for something to happen, considering that the school at night is basically a huge clump of magic at work. So that's what the principal was rushing us earlier.
単純に生徒にとっても暴走した魔術道具が暴れている状態が好ましいわけがないがね。以前の夢のミストの件などは一歩間違えれば大惨事になっていたかもしれなかった。
There were a lot of people caught up in that after
そう
all.
なのだ。もう二度とあのようなことがないよう気をつけなければと思っていたところなのだよ。具体的な対策も考えようと思っていた矢先にこのような状況になってしまって。
Why was he surprised? I feel bad for saying this, but I never realized that you cared for the school and the students here this much. No, it's all thanks to never knowing what's going on in her mind and all her disappearing all the time. Thinking back, perhaps she was wandering around the school earlier because she wanted to get ideas for her countermeasures.
神妙そうな雰囲気だか。
I just was feeling sorry about thinking that it was unexpected of you.
これでも私は学園長だよ。この天秤瑠璃学園の生徒の安全は何より大切だと思う。
Yeah, sure, I guess, but I still don't fucking trust you, quite frankly.
さすが学園長。
She laughs heartily after being praised by Omaru. And in order to not be flung off from me while I'm running, she strengthens her grip on my hair. I get it already, so would you please stop pulling on my hair so hard? I'm gonna go bald.
おや、失礼。
Her grip slackens slightly. While I use the pain, it's still discomforting to feel her voice reverberate directly from her body into my head when she talks.
あそこにランプがありましたよ。
Slightly different coloration, though. Arriving at the sink, so I mentioned we do indeed find an old lamp left here. It's neither moving nor glowing. Actually, what stands out most is a piece of paper that's plastered right in the middle of it. And it is neat handwriting that most likely belongs to a
乾
girl.
かしてます？
これ違うんじゃないかな。
Doesn't look like
しかし、とりあえず封印だよ。
Even if there's a note on it, there's a chance that it's a mist. We can't just leave it alone. Moko nods in response to the principal and takes out the talisman. And then the usual.
獅子型に牛尾が我が血と言霊とともに古き名役の札時を
We get it.
あれ？
Nothing happening. The lamp remains the same even after Muko recites the chant and places the talisman on it.
封印もされませんでしたし、やはりこれはミストではないようですね。
じゃあこれってミストでもなんでもないと？
そうなります。
遅かったか。
夜来ちゃいましたね。
おはよう。おはよう。課題やってきた？
At falls, I set out to find Shoguin to ask for help from the disciplinary committee with our search for the mist. Students of the Night Realm are already arriving. Things are going to get even more annoying if anyone gets their hands on that mist. Mibu, who was with Joguin, offered to help as well. It's not much, but better than nothing.
すでにミストは暴走しているのか。
そうみたいです。
それは大変。被害が出る前に急いで見つけないといけないね。
はい。申し訳ないんですけど、風紀委員の手も貸してください。
わかったよ。モモ、みんなに伝えておくからね。ちゃんと指示を出しておくよ。
ところで、今度のミストはどんな品なんだ？
それが、パッと見た感じ、ただの古いランプなんだそうです。
ねえねえ、村雲。ランプってあんなの？
え？ああ、そうです。多分あんな形の。
Looking at the direction she's pointing, I see an antique lamp hanging from the ceiling. Based on what Rito said, it should look like an oil lamp and more or less more or less fits that description. There's even a knob on it.
なんだか変なランプ。前からあんなところにあったかな。
どうしてあんなところに一つだけランプがあるんでしょうか。ね
え、変だよね。
いや、あれあからさまに怪しいですって。
Looking closely, it's emitting a faint light, so this must be the mist. It's stationary at the moment, so I should seal it while I can. It's a relief that we found it before there were any more accidents.
ランプ動いたよ。
何？
あっち行っちゃう。どうしよう。
The instant I take a talisman out, the lamp moves as if it sensed me. It's like it knew I was about to seal it.
逃げた。やっぱりあれがミストのランプだ。
追いかけましょう。
It appears that most of the night students have already arrived. The fact that there hasn't been any commotion means that the lamp hasn't claimed any more victims. You have to find it and seal it as soon as possible.
獅子型にだ。なんか難しい顔だね。
おはようございます。
そんな顔になっていましたか？
うん、割とね。
He smiles as she answers, and I can't help but run my hands over my face. I have to remain calm, and yet my expression is betraying my feelings.
何かお困りなのですか？
そういえば、今日は一人なんだね。
ええ、実は手分けして探し物をしている最中なのです。古いランプなのですが。
ランプか。
ひなは見てません。クミちゃんは？
私もそれらしいのは見てないな。
そうですか。
Perhaps none of the night students have encountered Pixie Capulet yet. Where in the world is it then? With this many students here now, it would be dangerous if someone found it. I have to seal it before that happens.
もし見かけたら、触らず近づかず、徳さんに知らせていただけますか？
え、何それ？なんか危険なもんなの？
ある意味。
危険ですか？
はい。なのでぜひ何もせずに私たちに知らせてください。
わかった。危険なものなんだったらみんなにもそう伝えとく。
お願いします。
ひな、怖いし言う通りにしとこうね。
うん。
Pretty sure the message will spread quickly, given how many people rely upon Iba. You might be able to avoid having any more victims if everyone knows that it's dangerous. Can you do with my search after giving them a quick description of the lamp?
ランプどこかな。
I feel uneasy searching for it by myself. Oh, it would be a completely different story if Michio or Ushio were with me, though. Not to mention that I'm not sure I'd be able to do anything if I did find it. And I'd be able to seal it, but that doesn't mean I can just sit around and do nothing.
できれば見つけたくないなんて
言っちゃダメだよな。
I'm a duties, but I really don't want to find it when I'm alone. It's scary.
こら待て待ちやがれ。
As I'm walking around, I hear noise coming from downstairs. That loud voice sounded like Murakumo.
もしかしてランプ見つかったのかも。
I should help it out if he's chasing it down by himself. Let's go towards the voice. Something flies up the stairs, and as I'm heading down them, it came out of nowhere and ended up yelling in surprise. I also lose my balance and fall down. Looking up while I'm still on the ground, I see a faint glowing lamp floating around in the air. Don't tell me what that does, is it?
カラスはそいつがミストだ。捕まえろ。
As I stare at the lamp in disbelief, Murakumo runs past me. I have to get up and grab it.
はい。
There's no time to be scared. I can't let Murakumo's efforts go to waste. Get up and start running to catch up to him.
よし追いつける。
はい。
We're almost caught up to the lamp. Does I think that it stops in its tracks and starts glowing brightly as if to intimidate us.
やべ。
We're too close to it to escape its light. The most we can do is shield our eyes from the blinding illumination.
あれ
Noticing that the light has died down, I raise my head. Checking my body, doesn't seem like I've gotten any bigger or smaller. It's not only me, it's the same from Murakumo. Don't know why, but thankfully we're unscathed.
何も起こってないな。光ったら体の大きさが変わるんじゃねえのか。
はい。そういうものだと思ってたんですけど。
あ、ランプがいねえ。
本当だ。
It was too soon for us to be relieved. The lamp that was floating right before our eyes is now nowhere to be found. Maybe the light didn't mean that it was trying to transform our bodies, but rather that it was trying to escape.
逃げられたか。
早く探さないと。
とりあえず行くぞ。
はい。レース
もしちゃったよ。遅れちゃう。また先生に呼び出されて怒られてあれなんだろうこれ。なんか古い感じ。水道の方にも1個置いてある。乾かしてます？ああ、そっか。ここから落ちて転がっちゃったんだ。じゃあ戻しといた方がいいよね。これでよし。遅刻しそうなんだった。急がなくっちゃ。
Neko once again making our job harder.
デッサンで使うランプってこれ？
春日さんが洗って乾かしてるって言ってたからそうなんじゃないか？
じゃあやっぱこれか。でもなんか2つあるな。授業で使うのって1個でいいのか？
だと思う。どっちでもいいんじゃねえの？
なんかよくわかんないし、こっちでいいか。
Neko once again making our jobs harder. I've walked all over the school in search of the lamp, but I haven't spotted anything like it. The principal sitting on my head is also keeping our eyes peeled, so it's hard to imagine that we missed it. Thinking it might be outside the main building, we move our search there. Where did it go? And there's some sort of item that we can use to instantly locate a mist.
そんなものがあれば苦労はしていないよ。
Nah, figures. Mooka would have used it ages ago if it existed, and there'd be no need for us to manually search like this. I already knew the answer, but the futility of the situation got the
そ
better
れ
of me.
にしても君が像を踏み壊したことがすでに懐かしいね。まださほど経っていないというのに。
Where did that come from? She pats my hair with her small hands as she says that with emotion. What is she trying to do, bringing up old wounds like
し
that?
かし君は予想以上に役に立ってくれているよ。
Huh?
像が壊れてしまったのは大問題だが、君が特差分室にいてくれてよかったと思っている。割と頼りにしているのだよ。
Now she's praising me. I really have no idea what her intentions are, nor what goes on in her mind.
ミストが出現しやすいことが分かっていたのに、こうなったのだから私も不注意だった。
Principal.
もっと気をつけるべきだったな。
She says that with a subdued voice that's clearly different from usual. This is a first for me, and with her on my head, I can't see what facial expression she's making. You're throwing me for a loop here.
私だってちょっぴり反省しているのだよ。
セーブメニューです。セーブしました。
You couldn't have seen it coming. The light suddenly appeared, right? You couldn't have seen it coming.
確かに、あの時は椅子に座っていたし、避けても間に合わなかったのではないかと思う。
And there's nothing you could have done.
ロードメニューです。ロードメニューです。
That
ロ
makes
ー
it
ドし
sound
ま
like
す
the
か？
other one. That I
Load
misread
しました。
the other one. Could you have dodged it? You know I did, right?
そんなこと言われても、私は椅子に座っていたのだよ。立ち上がって避けてじゃとても。
ロードメニューです。
That was the
ロー
wrong
ドしますか？
phrasing.
ロードしました。
It was this one. A miss doesn't discriminate when it comes to targets, and there's no telling when you'll get hit, so it's not anyone's fault. It's been like that up until now, so I try to reassure her. She was sitting down too, and that would have affected her reactions time. I don't trust myself to be able to react that quickly when I'm seated either. There's nothing to be disheartened about, especially if you're putting students first.
そうだな。ありがとう、古賀くん。しょげている場合ではない。ランプを探すぞ、古賀くん。さあ、走れ！
Yeah. Well, she's back in high spirits, so I guess it was a big deal. Doesn't seem like the lamp's outside, so let's head back into the school.
ああ、ミブ先輩だ。こんにちは。今日もお仕事ですか？
セーブメニューです。セーブします。セ
I'm
ーブ
gonna
しまし
go
た。
ahead and end it here for today. See you next time. Bye bye. It is getting kind of late after all. I do have a shift tomorrow. Bye.